What's good? What's good? What's good, baby? It is your boy Trex, the sports junkie, and welcome to the NBS Show. Boy, do we have a fire one for y'all today. I'm not going to take too long because there's so much I can say right now. But what up to my brother C, man? I thought something else. We was going to have a conversation, but I guess not. What's up, man?
Man, F. Brock Purdy, F. Jonathan Taylor, and F. Mo Alley Cox, all three of them, and the ship they rode in on, bro.
Why you say that, man?
The boys kept me out the finals for this for our NBS championship, and everybody knows that I had that game won until them boy Purdy has 5 touchdowns. Never ever in history has he ever done that, but that's what it would take to beat me. I was like, man, the only way it's gonna be Purdy gonna have to. I literally said this. Purdy gonna have to throw like 4 touchdowns for me to lose this game. He goes and does me one better. Throws for 5. Bastard. That's your mama, Purdy.
I feel bad for my dog. And shout out to my brother Box Office who picked the Colts to beat the Niners. I will give him credit for this though. Phillip Rivers did not look terrible last night.
He didn't.
No, Phillip Rivers actually, I think, was the right move in the situation. Now it's clear as day. It really last night was the defense, but
my bad. Let me F the Colts defense as well. I should have had them first.
And but that's what C gets. He was hating on Brock Purdy a couple years ago and went to the Super Bowl. That's what he gets. Karma. Brock Purdy listened to the show. He remembered. He wrote it down. And I'm shocked. X is on the show tonight. He is the show junkie now.
Absolutely.
And all he's been talking about is watching Stranger Things.
Hey,
come on, man.
Shout out to all our Stranger Things lover, man.
Christmas Day, we've got 3 NFL games, 5
Absolutely.
NBA games, and X is gonna be watching Stranger Things.
Hey, for sure. And more people I like to use your tactics against you. More people be watching Stranger Things than they will be the NBA basketball games. I can assure you of that.
They will. They will, but I would still rather watch the NBA than Stranger Things.
That's you. Definitely not watching that over Stranger Things. Shout out to all my Stranger Things fans out there. I am the #1 Stranger Things fan, by the way. See if you haven't watched it. It's a really good show on Netflix. But shout out to
Never watched it, man. It doesn't appeal to me.
But I'm also the sports junkie. I'm gonna tell y'all why tonight when we talk about, even though I'm an LSU fan, man.
Hey, C, no wonder we were better in college picks than this guy. He's watching Stranger Things.
Absolutely. I'm definitely watching Stranger. I'm better than you in the NBA. NFL picks right now. Woo, but we'll talk about that too.
All right, well, we're gonna start off with the
fantasy is where I got you.
Well, we've got plenty to flip you off on him. We got plenty to talk about tonight. We're gonna get to the NFL and what we saw last night and all that. But let's get to the college football playoffs. So we won't do winners and losers. Everyone's a winner when they make the playoffs. But tell me first who you were most impressed with this weekend.
Ooh, Alabama. I thought Alabama would win that game if I knew Kalen DeBoer was all in. But I didn't know he was all in. And then they go down 17-0. Dog, 17 at Oklahoma. And it wasn't like it was in the first quarter. They were down 17-0 in the second quarter. 4th and 2 in the red zone. I'm like, bro, they don't score right here, bro. They might get run out of Oklahoma in a blowout. But they score, and then they just destroyed Oklahoma from that point. And I was shocked. I give all credit to Kalen DeBoer and his team. Alabama was the most impressive team to me because the other two games, I felt like we knew what was going to happen. We was 50-50 on the Miami A&M game, which was an incredible game. I know there's a lot of people hating on that game. If you watched from start to finish, that was a fire game to me. But the fact that Bama not only won, but came back from 17-0 on the road against a team that they lost to Not last time. The last 2 times they played them. It was a thorn in their side. They got the dub. Hey, all credit to Kellen DeBoer and his staff and the players.
All right, I'm gonna go a different direction. That's initially where I was going, but I'm gonna go with Ole Miss. Ole Miss already down Lane Kiffin. They lose not only Lacey, but they lose Chambliss in the midst of the game as well. And they still, I know they were just playing Tulane, but they had every opportunity to come out there flat, let Tulane stay in the game, which Tulane didn't play bad at first. But they did not, I think the spread was like 17. I think it was like 17 and a half.
Yep, it was.
And I took Tulane on that. I was like 17 and a half. I'll take that. They should be able to hang. They beat them boys by 30-something, bro. They had every excuse to come out there flat. They had every excuse to let Tulane hang around in the game after losing their starting quarterback and running back. But they put the pedal to the metal and continued to beat them boys down and showed that they're going to be a force in these playoffs, that they are not to be taken lightly. You better have it on your mind because, yeah, Lane Kiffin was the coach all year, but we were the players all year. And we still here. We ain't gone. So I think that they showed that they're playing for each other and they have a point to prove. So I take them a little more serious in the playoffs than I did before the game.
Okay. I was most impressed by Miami's defense. I mean, and I want to say I agree, X. I think casuals would tell you they did not enjoy Miami Texas A&M game because casuals just like seeing points.
Right.
I like seeing good defense, and that was good defense throughout the whole game. Sure, the offenses. Yeah, that game was awesome. This was also the first 0-0 halftime playoff game ever. And I actually was just surprised because I was expecting actually a high scoring game. And Marcel Reed, man, he's got to start winning big games.
Yeah.
Marcel Reed wins the games that Texas A&M is on the same level as someone and the games they're favorited in. But when he's not the favorite, he struggles. He lost to Texas already twice. He lost to Miami now in his first playoff game. So Marcel Reed's got to pick it up, and he finally got to the red zone. I think it was 3rd and goal on the last play of the game, and got picked off. It was a bad throw. It was behind the receiver.
Really? Yep, for sure.
And even if you feel like you can't fit it in there, you still had another play. It was 3rd and goal. So throw it away. Do something. I just felt like he forced that. And just to not score a single touchdown after a month of preparation, I thought was pathetic by A&M. You're at home. They had everything going for them in this game. And Miami wasn't great on offense. They scored 10 points all game. This was the game to pull off at home. And every time, Miami would make a mistake, A&M would not capitalize. Shout out to Malachi Toney. He's a stud. I love how he fumbled and then came back and scored.
Yeah.
It was a cool story. And he's a freshman, bro. He's got a long time still in college. So, he's had a great freshman year.
He just made himself a lot of money.
Yeah, I agree. But he's a stud. He almost had that punt return earlier in the game.
Yeah. I thought he was gone. I was like, bruh. Because, of course, I was rooting for Miami because I'm like, I picked them to win it all. So, them fools better not losing the first round.
So, hey, I mean, Miami, they've got it tough against Ohio State next. But, if they could get to the final, they literally play at home.
Yep.
So, you can't have it better than that. And I also want to give a shout out also to Mark Fletcher, the running back. Balled out. I think he was the player of the game for me, if you ask me, in that Miami game. And apparently he's from Miami. He committed to Ohio State.
Yep.
For 8 months he was committed there and went back to Miami. And now he gets to play Ohio State. So it's pretty cool for him there.
That's the one they kept showing his mama, huh?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Running back.
And a sad story. He said his pops was a big Canes fan and passed away like a year ago. So I thought that was a cool family moment,
Right.
because he shined out in the biggest moment of his career so far. So I was impressed by Miami's defense overall. I mean, they did not let A&M do anything. And also Miami won this game with 3 kicks missed. Now
Yes,
I'm
3.
gonna I'm gonna give kickers a little pass here because it was windy as hell.
It was real windy.
But even like Miami could have wrapped this game around a long time ago. But those
I'm
missed
gonna
kicks.
use your soccer analogy. You always tell me like when it's 0-0, you could still kind of say like watching the game. I'm like Miami's the better team. They're just not
I agree.
finishing. I'm like they're not finishing. They gotta finish. I
I
felt like
agree.
A&M really had like 3 good drives the entire game. With them, one of them was the last drive when they threw an interception.
I agree. Miami was better to me. Like the Malachi Tony punt return. If he doesn't stumble there, he scores. They missed 3 kicks. That's 9 points right there. I just felt like they weren't perfect, but I just felt like they were closer to
The
scoring than
trenches,
A&M.
dog. Bain and Messador destroyed Marcel Reese.
Yeah. I really think out of all of the first round matchups, this was the most evenly
Oh no, for sure.
Matched
matchup. And I don't think either one of them had a spectacular game. And I can't say that Miami was clearly the better team because they didn't score, but Texas A&M, their first quarter, they were moving the ball right up and down the field. They just couldn't get it in the end zone. So you know what I'm saying? And then later on, Miami, like in the fourth, Miami drove it right down there and scored, of course. So, but
I said Banks will have to be better against Ohio State. I will say that he managed the game, but he has to be better.
Yeah. Ohio State got a lot to prove, and this is a dangerous team for Ohio State to play.
I agree. Ohio State played 2 really good defenses. I know we're not making our picks today. 2 really good defenses this year. 1 Indiana and 1 Texas. They never scored, I think they scored 10 and 14 in both of those games. They wasn't like balling on offense when they played against a good defense. And Miami got a good defense.
Yeah, I think that Ohio State, they have a lot to prove. After getting their ass kicked by Indiana, they're gonna come out there. I think they're gonna come out hot, but Miami showed that they have resilience and that they have some big playmakers over there.
I'll say this too. Your boy, and I love Jeremiah Smith, but he's talking already before the game even starts. And Trey Zoon did the same thing at A&M. And you saw he was like, oh, we're not really worried about Bain. We got something to block him up. And Bain went crazy. Jeremiah Smith's out here saying that he got something for Miami, that him and Tate, they're better than Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. Calm down. I like his confidence, but
I think he's talking mainly because this game's gonna be personal for him because he's from the Miami area.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's a whole bunch of players in Miami that he's playing against that he grew up with. So,
right.
So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Next question or next topic. Where do y'all stand now on the G5 teams being in it?
I told you one of it before. What not, bro? They have to have a playing game. They have to have a playing game. They gotta play a Texas, a Notre Dame. They have to play somebody to get in. This can't be what we're moving forward with. If we're gonna keep 12 teams, they have to have a playing game before they can get in. I don't care who it is. If you say the G5 has to play against the team that would be the first team out, let's do it. But they can't get in. Just I would literally nobody.
I would literally rather them just say, "Well, we just gonna take 10 teams, than put them 2 scrub ass teams in the playoffs again, bro." Because that's literally a bye. That's a bye for
Oregon. I know that JMU kind of came back at that, bro. Oregon was destroying them boys.
I was gonna say that game was way over. That game was bro. I turned that game off. When JMU started coming back, Bro, I didn't see none of this shit, bro. I've been turning the game off.
That's not, as a football fan, whether you're a casual or a football fan, bro, that's not what we would have loved to see. Notre Dame versus Oregon, or Ole Miss and Texas versus one of those teams. That would have been what we were looking for. That wasn't it. I'm not taking no shots at JMU and Tulane. I'm just calling it what it is. There's a discrepancy in the talent when you look at those two programs. I say those four programs: Tulane, Oregon. Tulane, Ole Miss, Oregon, JMU. That wasn't it. So yeah, I think a playing game. If you're gonna say, let's just say Tulane's the G5 team that's gonna represent the G5, they should have played Notre Dame to get into the tournament. Something has to change, because it cannot be them just getting in, not playing anybody, not beating anybody. Their strength of schedule has to mean something. If they beat a legit team, fine, let them in. You on mute, box office? I don't know. Hold on. You're not on. Okay, say something.
You hear me now?
You good.
Shout out to the Virginia team that made it. They played better than the Louisiana team. Oh,
well, they did the back end. The front end, you were like, bro, what in the world is this?
But no. Like I said weeks ago, there should be a play-in game. And because Tulane and JMU are conference champs, let them host it. Right. They get to host it. That's the advantage they get as a smaller school. They host a Texas, a Vanderbilt, a Notre Dame, or whoever. And that play-in game gets those spots in the playoff.
Right.
And that's that. I'm for the G5 teams getting a shot, but let them get a shot that way. And boy, did they not look good at all. They did not help their case at all. I think if Oregon or Ole Miss played consecutive weeks, these games could have been closer. But when those teams have almost a month to prepare for them, these teams got no shot.
Bro, I don't think it matters. I think they could have played the day before. They would have beat the hell out of both of them teams, bro.
Maybe.
Ole Miss beat them by 30 both times.
Doc, this is what I'm curious of. You see how we've come up with this as a consensus that there needs to be a play-in game? How has the committee not come up with this?
It's just there's so many inconsistencies with the committee. Like, you have Notre Dame ahead of Miami the whole year, and then you flip them the last week of the season, and you're like, and then now you remember all of a sudden that they played head to head. The schedule's all over the place. Think about the last time. We've got Texas Tech, we've got Indiana, we've got Ohio State and Georgia. Think about the last time these teams played by the time this game comes up next. I also think another committee issue is they should literally make all these home games until at least the semifinal.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, well, why are we going to neutral site immediately next round?
Like the bowl game field with the money.
Yeah, I get it, but what I think they should do is maybe flip it to the semifinals and finals, and you have you can alternate them, right? So the Rose Bowl one year is the semifinal, the Rose Bowl next year is the final, the Orange Bowl one year is the semifinal, the next year is the final, the Sugar Bowl in Louisiana.
Like we're doing with the BCS.
Yeah, like just flip them around. But yes, it's a money thing. See, that's all it is. There's no reason for Texas Tech versus Oregon to be in Miami now. I don't know. I'm not against the neutral sites, but I think the pageantry in college football is so special and so cool that these games were awesome to watch this weekend on the home field. Like, you had A&M rocking. That was a tough environment for Miami.
Sure.
And it felt special that Miami pulled that out on the road. Alabama, it felt special that Alabama pulled that out in Norman. And Ole Miss, like Oxford, Mississippi. Oxford, Mississippi, you know what they did for that city just that day, even though it was against Tulane? like all those bars and restaurants, how much they profited from all the people that just came out. So back to you, see, like I think the committee's got a lot of issues. And also it's like, also, why are we even having a committee? Like, it's like random people in there deciding these decisions. I just think they need to figure out another way.
Let me say this, as far as the rules that were set in place, I know, we can say we talk bad about the committee, but I honestly, based on the rules that were in place, I think they made the right decision.
Right, based on the rules.
I'm not gonna be like poo-poo on them because they had to follow the rules that were in front of them, and I think they got it right. When you think about Miami, I know everybody keeps saying, well, why they switched them so late? Well, Miami lost to Louisville and SMU during the season. They had to drop them, but when it came back time and it was close, head-to-head has to matter. And I mean, if you don't count head-to-head, then what's the point of playing the game for?
Yeah.
So I think the committee got it right. I give them all the props. Yes, I don't like the G5 rule, but it is in place right now. They just got to shake that up and change that up. They changed that. I think we're gonna be in for some good stuff moving forward.
But also, like, if we do the play-in thing and we let the G5 team host, okay, New Orleans is a bigger city, so New Orleans is going to be fine regardless with Tulane. But Harrisonburg, Virginia, that's a mountain city. There's not much in Harrisonburg. And, like, you know what that would do if they hosted a Notre Dame there for Harrisonburg, Virginia, a little town like that. So, so I agree. One of my homies just said, get rid of qualifiers, reduce teams that can go, top 7 teams, number 1 gets a bye. I mean, I'm okay with that too. It's basically the NFL format where you've got 7 in the NFC, 1 in the AFC. I'm okay with that too, honestly. I was a guy that actually wanted 8. And now they're going to eventually go to 16. So I think it needs a lot of work. I don't like how, like I said, I don't like how certain teams get too much of a rest. Oregon got the number 1 seed last year, got way too much rest, came out rusty as hell against Ohio State. That game was over at half. So sometimes I don't think it's an advantage for these teams to get that much time off. So, yeah, they can tweak a lot of things.
16 is too many, bro. I hope they don't do 16.
I agree.
It's going to 16, whether we want to or not. It's money.
Yeah.
Money is involved.
Bro.
Don't be surprised if it gets higher than that in the future. 24. I'm not talking about like right now, but in the future.
I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna watch the damn 24 team playoff, bro.
You're gonna watch. You're saying that now. You're gonna watch.
Well, he's definitely not going to watch every game.
Right.
I think at that time it would be so, like it would be like, all right, like who's number 24? Okay, JMU plays Ohio State.
I mean, and the thing is, what's the point? Because you're right, it'll be a JMU versus Ohio State. Like, why are we even having that game?
Yeah. Okay. Well, next week we're going to do the picks because the games aren't until New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So we'll have another show by then.
I just want to tell something real quick. Thank you for picking Tulane in that matchup too, bro.
Yeah. He was drinking that Louisiana Kool-Aid.
Look, one, to be real, I didn't know we were keeping track of the playoffs. So I was like, it don't matter. Yeah, Tulane. Why not? What if they?
Well, we're keeping track more for the fun of it.
Right.
Yeah.
But all right, last college football topic. What game are you most looking forward to in the next round?
All 4 matchups are fire to me. That's one thing I will say.
Yes.
So I want everybody to know, like, I think all 4 games are super, super fire. But I'm gonna surprise y'all. I know everybody's I'm gonna let one of y'all say the obvious one. I think a lot of people was talking about, but I'm gonna go Indiana, Alabama, because I said last week I would pick Alabama to get to the championship game if I knew Kalen DeBoer wanted to be there. Said that, and I want to see what Alabama's gonna do now that they got that win. They came all the way back in Norman to knock off Oklahoma and go up against a Cignetti team that has looked good all season. But I think Alabama's going to show them some, give them some challenges that maybe some people are overlooking. So I'm excited to see that one. I think that's going to be a lot different than what people think it's going to be.
I'm going to agree with you.
Wow.
I think Indiana is a really good team, but they haven't been tested by an SEC team like this, bro. This isn't Saban's Alabama, but it's still Bama, bro.
But they did beat Ohio State.
Hey, bro, that Ohio State ain't in the SEC, bro. It's still different. It's still different. I know Ohio State is the defending champions, number one all year. Hey, bro, I think that this is a real test. I think this is a real test.
And I know what you're saying, though, see, like as far as Ohio State, you have some. You're familiar with them.
Yeah, some familiar.
You get to see them. This is something totally different that you're not familiar with. So I get where you're going with it. And before she says anything else, I just want to say this. Cignetti, y'all know how I feel about Cignetti.
Mm-hmm.
I want Cignetti to come to LSU.
I think we're all on the same page with Cignetti.
But if you're talking about from a talent level, Alabama's a bunch of 5 stars. And I know Ohio State's a bunch of 5 stars, but I'm talking about you're not familiar with these guys. Talent-wise, and if you're right, we had this argument before the season. If Kalen DeBoer is top 5 like you thought, I think you said he was number 2 behind Kirby Smart, I think, or Dabo, one of them before the season started. It was top 3. Yeah, like the top 3.
Yeah, he had Dabo 1.
Okay, so Kalen DeBoer, if he's the guy that you think he is, he's going to pull this off because you can't say he don't have more talent. I'm not taking nothing from Indiana, but Alabama has more talent. We're not going to. I don't care if they're number 1, Indiana. Y'all know how I feel about Cignetti. Talent-wise, I'm not saying as far as understanding, the system and chemistry. I get all that. I'm just talking about coming out of high school, recruits from transfer portal. Alabama gets to handpick who they want, bro.
To be fair to DeBoer, though, and why I had him top 5, is he's been in a national title game with Washington.
That's a fact.
We're not just going to forget that. Like, I think people are just like, and I don't know, Bama fans are smoking on something. They act like he's underachieving. He's done everything I think he should have done as to this point.
They're going to love him after next week if he wins this game.
Oh, yeah. I was actually going to pick this game, too. And what I love about this game, it's in the Rose Bowl.
Right.
No better scenery, bro. This is going to be awesome. But because y'all said it, I'm going to switch it. I'm actually very excited for Oregon, Texas Tech.
Okay.
Because I don't think Oregon is as good as they were last year. And I think people are living on that Oregon still. And they've proven me wrong a couple times this year when I picked against them. But I'm still not that sold. And I actually am sold on Texas Tech. I think Joey McGuire is the next Cignetti in terms of getting his props. And he doesn't get them enough because they're in the Big 12. He's a really good football coach. He was apparently a Texas high school legend and now is in college football in Texas. So he knows the whole state in terms of recruiting. And this is his chance. If he beats Oregon, people are going to take Texas Tech very seriously. And one thing you can do on Oregon is you can score points this year. I mean, I know a lot of it was in garbage time, but JMU did put up 34. And I know Oregon, when they're up leading that game, it's hard to take JMU serious. But I think they can be scored on. So I'm excited for Texas Tech to get their shot at a serious school. And I think people are going to take them seriously after next weekend.
The Texas Tech Oregon one, real quick, see, I know you'll see you going to say something. To me, that's the team. Both teams have so much to prove.
Mm-hmm.
Texas Tech, if they lose this game, people are going to be like, oh, we knew that. Texas Tech wasn't legit. If Oregon doesn't win this game, we're going to be like, bruh, when are y'all ever going to get over the hurdle? Y'all keep losing in all these playoff games and these big games. So both of them have so much to prove in that matchup. So I agree with that. I like that. All these matchups are fire. Georgia Ole Miss is a repeat. And then, of course, I thought all y'all was going to say Ohio State, Miami. at the beginning, I'm not gonna say the beginning, midway through the year, we was all debating who's the best team in the country, Miami or Ohio State, and now we get to see it.
I think the Texas Tech game is going to be the best game out of all of them. I think it's going to be the best game out of all of them. I think the other ones, they won't be blowouts, but it'll be kind of, you could
decisive.
tell which team. Yeah, you're going to tell. Decisive is a great word. But I think that this one's going to be like a heavyweight fight. They're going to be punching back and forth, and it's going to be good. I don't think we're going to see much defense, to be honest with you. But I think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be the best game to actually watch, like the most enjoyable game to watch. That's how I'll put it.
Have y'all looked at the spreads for next game yet? Okay, so let's play a game then. I'm going to call the game, guess the spread.
Okay.
All right. Texas Tech, Oregon. What do you think the spread is? The game is in Miami if it matters.
Oregon favored by 3.
I say 7.
X, what'd you say?
Oregon favored by 3.
Oregon 1.5.
Wow.
Okay. Next game, we've got Alabama, Indiana. What do you think the spread is? I'm actually surprised by this spread.
I think they're gonna disrespect Alabama somewhat. And I'm going to say Indiana's definitely going to be the favorite just because what they've done and beating Ohio State. I'm going to say Indiana by 6. That's how
I got Indiana by 1.5.
See, I thought it was going to be more what C said. Indiana 7-point favorites.
Wow.
Damn, really?
I'm surprised too. Okay, next game, Ole Miss, Georgia. And let me actually see what the score was, if that's going to help y'all earlier this year.
I know it was a close game, and then Georgia pulled away in the fourth.
Yeah, it was high scoring. Let's see. It was Georgia by 8.
Okay, I'm going to say Georgia's definitely the favorite. And I was going to got Georgia favored by 3.
Shit, I got them favored Georgia by 12.
What?
Well, this is the game that's in Louisiana. Georgia 6.5.
Wow.
Okay. And then we got Miami, Ohio State, and Dallas. What do you think it is?
Ohio State's favorite for sure. They're drinking the Kool-Aid right now. I'll say Ohio State favored by 8.
I say they got Ohio State favored by 4.5, 5.
Ohio
State 9.5.
Damn.
But I'm close. I'm surprised, and I don't even know this stuff like that. As far as I don't look at the Vegas stuff normally.
Yeah. Well, I just want to play that with y'all because I think we all have an idea of when we're making picks for games, and then we have a habit of looking at the spreads, and it kind of like alters, your thinking for a second. Because you're like, what am I missing here? Or, yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
With the Ohio State game just now, I just figured more than a touchdown. That's why I said 8. Because I was like, they're going to beat them by more than a touchdown.
Yep. All right. Well, next week we're going to pick them. So we have some time to sit on them and decide. But
hey, yo.
The only matchup I'm seeing that I didn't predict is Ohio State, Miami. The rest, I think it's going to go how I've been thinking it's going to go.
Man, I might switch some of my stuff up. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's move on to the NFL. All right. What do y'all make of the DK Metcalf punching, pushing, whatever you want to describe it, the fan? And do you think the 2-game suspension is fair?
I do. I think it's fair. And I think DK Metcalf is wilding. Regardless if the dude said his name, called him by his government name, whatever it was. At the end of the day, all DK Metcalf had to do is go tell security, man, look, this dude right here, get him out of there. Get him out of there. He's saying some disrespectful stuff. Get him out. You can't do that, bro. If we start letting players do that, that's when that's when you get the Palace incident. You can't have stuff like that, bro. What if he had a bunch of dudes with him? I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not, what I'm about to say, I'm not saying it, but who's to say he didn't have a bunch of friends with him when they started jumping over the thing to try to get to DK Metcalf, and it would have been a whole scene. Like, I'm not saying, obviously it didn't happen, but what if it would have happened like that?
Malice in the Palace.
Right. So like, I just feel like DK has, I know it's hard. I'm not sitting there saying it's easy. That's not what I'm saying. But you are the professional, and you know what comes with that. And sometimes there's some fans that are idiots out there, and they say a lot of stupid stuff. And I'm not defending the fan, but DK, come on, man. You hurt your team in this incident, and you hurt yourself because, you know, you can't make this type of stuff can't happen. I think the 2 games are definitely warranted. And again, I'm not saying I'm signed with the fan, but DK cannot. He can't do that, bro. He can't. At our job, I can't hit a student. I can't hit a parent because they say something that I don't like. If I do, I can't say I can't. I can, but I got to take the consequence that comes with that. And DK has to take that consequence. 2 games, and I'm not saying that it don't seem like it's going to hurt because the Ravens losing, but what if they lose this week to Cleveland, Pittsburgh? And then next week you have to play the Ravens for the division. Man, I hate that for him. So, but he did it, and he shouldn't have did it. And I think that it's warranted. You're on mute, see?
Let me tell you the problem I have with this. He said he hit him because he said his full name. Bro, what? Nah, bro. I was watching Cameron and May's sports show, and Cameron said something. He said, "Bro, this is where you pull the N-word card. You gotta say he called you the N-word. There's no way you say, oh yeah, he said my full name, and that's why I hit him, bro." I don't believe that that's all he said to him to make him zap out like that and go and hit a fan, knowing how crazy this was. What I was more surprised about is that he got to finish this game. I thought that would be a call that they got from New York and said, "Hey, tell DK go to the locker room, bro. It's over for him this game, and he's suspended." I was so surprised when they allowed him to finish that game, bro. But very unprofessional. If you're working at Wendy's, and a customer comes in there and they say something that you don't like and you still off on them, you lose your job, period. They don't care about what happened, why he said it. The next week, if that same customer come in there, you're not going to be working there. I'm not saying that he should be kicked out the NFL or anything, but that's one of the things that you should think about when you swinging on one of the customers. That's a paying customer that you swung on. So I don't know exactly what the man said. I believe in respect. I don't tolerate no disrespect either. So I think that me as a
my thing is, see, he was way like, I wanted to make sure I looked at it again just now from a different angle, but he was way at the bottom bench, bro. Why are you walking over to the dude? Because the dude's screaming your name, like, bro, like, what are you doing, DK? Like, it makes no sense. Like, ignore, like, dog, you're out there playing the Detroit Lions to try to get into the playoffs. You think I care what you're talking about in the crowd?
And
bro,
he fell for the bait because that fan, he had the fan by his shirt. So obviously the fan got down there so he can grab him.
Yeah, the fan wasn't even like, the fan walked down some steps. He was actually further up. And I thought initially when I saw it the first time, I don't know if y'all saw it. Did y'all see like he had that yellow thing in his hand? Mm-hmm. He had the blue hair, but he had the yellow thing in his hand. I thought he was asking DK for an autograph. I'm not saying he was. Huh?
That's what they initially said it was. And then I saw the clip. I was like, no, he wasn't.
Right. That's what I thought. But I'm like, bro, DK, like, who cares? You're in the middle of the game. Like, what are we doing? You shouldn't even be paying attention to the crowd.
Bro, I know I never played in the NFL. I played in high school.
Right.
Bro, if my coach saw you looking back talking at the crowd, you might as well take your ass back in the locker room because you're not hitting the field. You're not, you really, you may not play next week. If you're looking back, looking at the crowd, your eyes are supposed to be on game focus. How is that even a thing to where you even hear him in a packed stadium enough to go over there, grab him, listen to him some more, fuss with him, and then punch him, then let him go and go walk off? What, you thought you wasn't gonna get caught? Is that what this was?
And even the guys that's standing around, like that's on DK's team, like or staff members of the, why are you letting them go to the thing? Like, bro, like I'm stopping, like DK, go sit down. Like, are you my dog? And I'm not trying to fight with you on the sideline, but man, you don't need to be talking to a little fan right now. I don't know.
Why are you talking to this loser? That's what I'm saying. Bruh, let him go back to his horrible life. Leave him alone. He trying to bring you down to where he at. Bring your hands back over here, man. We finna go back in on offense. Our defense just got to stop. That's where you need to be at. There's no way. But like I said, respect is really important to me. I don't know what the man said to disrespect him like that. And how old is DK?
He's like my age. I'd say 30.
DK's like 30 years old. Me at 46, no, I wouldn't have done that. Me at 30.
If I would have been there, you would have say chill, man.
He's about to be 29.
If I didn't have nobody in my 20s, I might have, bro. If I didn't have an ex to stop me from doing it, I could be talked down, but in my early 20s, I wasn't surrounded by people that would talk me down. They was with the nonsense too. So by then I had met X, and I think he'd have talked me down maybe. But but that's still, he's 28. That's still too old to risk your career. You know what's at stake at 28. But I mean, like I said, even at 46, I'm on record. I told my students they were having this slap a teacher challenge on Instagram and TikTok and all that. I told them, hey, bro, it's not gonna end up how you think it's gonna end up if you hit Mr. C. It's not gonna end up how you think it's gonna end up. I don't like this job that much. So please go next door. Don't try me. Try Jesus. Don't try me. Go to other place. Don't put me in that position. But that's just something I have about being touched. I'm not gonna let. But anyway, and like I said, bro, that's you have to think about risking it all. What are you risking by doing this? And he's at the age where he knows what he's risking. But I think he was fine with it. I think he knew it was probably about 2 games. He ain't tripping.
Yeah. Obviously, it's disappointing that he fell for the bait because that's what the fan is hoping for.
Mm-hmm. Has a lawsuit been filed yet?
He hired a lawyer, so
it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. I believe I saw the clip, and he is calling him by his first name, but I mean that clip is only 10 seconds, so he might have said something else 10 seconds before that or whatever. And I believe the fan probably was being foul. And I really don't like. Sometimes I'll see clips on Instagram of like fans posting stuff, how they're talking to these players while they're coming out the locker room. And I'm just like, bro, what's the point what's the point? Like, even Wale was on Club Shay Shay the other day, and he's a Commanders fan, and he was at that Philly NFC title game last year, and he got into it with a Philly fan. And it's like I know that Philly fan was hoping Wale would hit him.
Yeah,
because he's got millions. And And it's just like these fans are kind of just pathetic sometimes. I was watching a clip the other day that Arizona Cardinals are coming out the locker room and they're standing there. They can't come on the field yet. And one guy is trying to get in Jacoby Brissett's head by calling him Geno Smith. And I'm like, bro, it's funny, but it's like it's unnecessary, bro. I don't like the Patriots, for example, but Belichick and Brady in the middle of their prime. If I was by them right there, I would just be like, boo, saying something harmless. Yeah, like that's harmless. I'm not trying to come after your mom or this and that, bruh. Like I think it's a little ridiculous. And I'm sure that fan said something else to DK to take him off. I know he did, and it worked. But and I'm very against acting like a Karen. I don't like Karens, But DK act like a Karen. Go to the security and tell him get his ass out.
Act like a LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron did that. Like they were talking about, I think Bronny to LeBron, and LeBron got annoyed and acted like a Karen, and he called the cops. But it's the right move because it's like I'm not going to lose money because of your dumbass, And now,
and after the boy got hit by, even after the dude got hit by DK, he was like excited about it. Like, yes.
Yeah, a check coming. Yeah, hell yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Bro, that fan is gonna get at least $500K. Like, and it's ridiculous. It's not
500, maybe 50.
No, I read that usually fans in the past have gotten like at least 250 from that. So
you put his hands on him, bro.
Yeah, regardless though, call the cops and just tell them get them out of here, and the cops gonna do it. That's it.
He once said, "If I shoot you, I'm brainless. If you shoot me, you famous." Like, hey, like
$500K. Shit, the Saints ain't got no more home games. I'm gonna see what the got, man. I might go and give me a little.
Hey, also speaking of another situation, except it's a little different. Y'all remember the Texas A&M cop?
Yeah.
The South Carolina player filed a lawsuit. And you know what he said his reasoning is?
What?
He said he's been losing sleep over it. He lied like hell.
Yeah, man. Hey, bro, that means he got a good lawyer.
Yeah, he's losing sleep over it. So no matter who in this situation, whoever it is in this situation, people are gonna try to get a buck out of it. And people just need to, keep them hands to themselves or keep them comments to themselves. So I feel bad for DK in this situation, but it is his fault. But I actually do think the 2-game suspension is perfect because I don't want DK to ruin his chances of playing in a playoff game or ruin the Steelers' chances in the playoffs. He deserves to play in the playoffs. Suspended for the rest of the regular season. If the Steelers blow it, DK, it is a lot on you. But they're in a good driving seat. They should win at least this weekend and be in. So I think this is all going to pass. However, going forward, don't be surprised if you see fans going at DK even more because now they know that he's listening.
I just think that it's funny and ironic that Philly got another crash out wide receiver out of there because they were bringing in DK, and they were like, yeah, we got somebody that's that we can deal with. He's not gonna crash out. He's gonna do something. He's not gonna do anything to jeopardize himself and the team success. Unlike Pickens, and guess what?
And I've been seeing a whole bunch of comments like that. They're like, "What if Pickens did this?"
Oh my God, Pickens would have been. They would have cut Pickens.
Yeah, I could see that.
They would have cut Pickens, and no other team probably would have picked him up. Yep. He would have gotten blackballed.
All right. Well, I just hope DK learns from this because I think fans are going to be even ruthless on him going forward. All right. Next topic.
Who that?
So let's go and talk about the Baltimore Ravens. It looks like they're probably out. If they lose one game, they're done. Or if the Steelers just win against the Browns, the Ravens are out. The Steelers are in. I did pick the Steelers to win the North, by the way.
I love to.
And it's looking good. Do y'all think we had this topic about Mike Tomlin? Do y'all think John Harbaugh's time is up in Baltimore, and should it be?
No, I don't think so. This year was tough on Baltimore. I will say that, and I know that I'm like, you got to win in the situation. I actually didn't pick Baltimore either. I picked Cincinnati to win in this division, and Ball was out wrong about that. But no, Harbaugh, man, that team has been competing ever since he's been there. This one down year where Lamar Jackson has missed some time, Derrick Henry, everybody's complaining about him not playing the last 12 minutes of the game, and I get it, but he has fumbled late in games too that cost him some games. I'm not saying that it's right, see, but he cost him a couple of games this year. So I'm just calling a spade. Zay Flowers, another one. Bro, why y'all not holding on to the ball? I don't know what that reason is, but I don't think that's hard. I mean, Harbaugh has to, I guess, coach him up better, I guess, but these are professionals. I don't think they should get rid of Harbaugh. I just think that this year was tough. If that's the case, and I know we are going to say that's not the same thing because they won more, but should Kansas City get rid of Andy Reid because they had a bad season? I don't think so. I don't think Harbaugh, if he missed the playoffs this year, and let's just say they're still not out of it yet. They still have a shot. to say that they should get rid of him is crazy to me. Lamar didn't finish that game this past week. I don't think Harbaugh should be fired, bro. I really don't. Does he have to do maybe a better job? Maybe so, but to fire him, who are you going to replace him with? I'm going to use C's line. Who are you going to go out and get that's going to be better than Harbaugh?
Dennis Allen.
Oh. Go ahead, C.
Hey, man. This is I hate that we're wasting time even talking about this, bro. There's no way they fire Harbaugh. That would be the stupidest head coach firing in professional sports history, in my opinion. I can't think of a dumber firing than if they fire him for if they miss the playoffs this year. Bruh, we talk about Mike Tomlin never going finishing under 500. However, he's had plenty of years he hadn't made the playoffs, and exited in the first round. Meanwhile, in Baltimore, everybody knows every year Baltimore is going to be a formidable team to play every season. Sometimes you don't even know, man. Sometimes, even though he hadn't in Pittsburgh, they had finished under 500. Sometimes you know you can go in there and beat Pittsburgh. No, I don't think any year you ever think that, hey, yeah, we just gonna go ahead and beat Baltimore. I don't think they've ever had that kind of a title on them since he's been there. So I think that he's perfect coach for that team. He's instilled the culture into their team that keeps them winning. And because they're having a down year, and I understand the frustration because this was the season. Pat Mahomes, them not in here. This is the season that you can make a run. It looks like Josh Allen, them not that good. This is the season that you can make a run. But unfortunately, y'all haven't been that good either. So you probably won't get a chance to make that run. So firing him would be, you'll be using him as a scapegoat, and it'll be a dumb scapegoat to use. My opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm probably not.
And see, I'll take it, bro. If they fire him, bro, I'm not gonna go outside the division. Cincinnati's gonna give an old boy and be like, bro, what do you want? Come to Cincy. We need you here ASAP. Tennessee needs to be on the phone with him. Las Vegas needs to be with him. If they get rid of Harbaugh, bro, he can go ahead and pick the job he wants in the NFL.
He'll be unemployed all of 6 minutes. 6 minutes, and that's only because he won't take the call. That's all. He's not taking any more calls.
Even a team like Atlanta, and I know Atlanta just gave Raheem Morris that job, but Atlanta was disappointing this year. I would consider it for sure. And I know that may be not fair to Raheem Morris, but dog, you have Bijan Robinson in his prime. Well, I'm not saying his prime, but he's balling right now. You got Pitts, who came on some good game the other day. Drake London. I would consider it. I swear. There's teams that would have to consider it if you can get Harbaugh.
That's why I say, man, like of course, like you said, and replace him with who? There's no better coach out there that they can get.
Yeah. I don't think they should get rid of Harbaugh. I don't think they should even think about it. If he hasn't won, a playoff game in a decade or so, I could understand it. But he was in an AFC title game just recently. And they're a playoff team pretty much every year. This year, Lamar did miss some games. Andrews missed some games. So, look, this year, you can actually blame this team on injuries. I do think the defense can get better. They don't have a defensive line. They need defensive line help. They don't get after other quarterbacks. Drake May had all the time in the world this past game against them. I do think, the issue with the Ravens goes back to what I always say about Lamar is he's got to get it done throwing the ball. I mean, look, he had a hamstring injury, so he hasn't been running, and it's affecting his passing. Like, teams know they just gotta defend the pass now. He looks like a completely different quarterback. The good news for Lamar, hey man, go to Cancun, enjoy your vacation, rest up, and you'll be back next year. I think Harbaugh should stay put. I think the Ravens are a threat every year. Disappointing year this year, but they can get an off season going next year and start fresh. I don't think Derrick Henry's done. I think Derrick Henry still got at least 2 more years. And Lamar is going to be around for a while. They do need to work on the fumbling issue. It could just be one of those years where they're just having fumbling issues. But damn, Derrick Henry, Lamar will fumble it sometimes. Zay Flowers as well. So they just got to get it together. But those are things they can fix. I don't think you move on from Harbaugh. If he, goes next 2 years, let's say, without a playoff win, then sure, let's consider it. But I think the Ravens are fine as long as they stay healthy. I think they're a true playoff team. As for this year, they're done. They're done. Pittsburgh is either going to beat Cleveland or Baltimore is going to lose to Green Bay. If not both, because I don't even know if Lamar's playing now.
But Love may not play neither.
Right. But I think regardless, Pittsburgh should beat Cleveland. And I think this is a wrap for this year. And even though I had Pittsburgh win the division, I'm shocked that no one else in the division made the playoffs.
Right.
I mean, no one else.
It looked like 3 of them had a chance.
Yep.
The West. It's all about the West this year. And what's crazy, we're talking about the West, and we're not talking about Kansas City. We're talking about the NFC West and the AFC West, and we're not talking about Kansas City.
Yep. Pretty crazy. That NFC West, bro, is crazy.
What?
I mean, all 3 teams are fighting for the 1 seed.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is whoever doesn't get the 1 seed, the other 2 are going to go on the road.
Yeah.
So it's crazy what
one of them will have to play Carolina or something crazy like that.
Tampa, yeah.
It's not gonna be Tampa.
As of today, I mean, I know it's not like because that's all the best records, but I think whoever wins the Super Bowl is going to come out one of the West, whether it's the AFC West or the NFC West. As of today, things can change, but just the way those teams have been playing, they just been playing a level above everybody else to me.
And Pittsburgh's going to get a home playoff game.
Yep.
and that's going to be when DK actually comes back. So,
Okay.
we'll see. All right, let's move on to this past week. Give me your winners and losers.
All right, see. You know, I was kind of on the fence about one of my winners. I was like, bruh, every time I do it, it's like it goes to hell with mine. But when C does it, C is correct. And I said, bro, I'm going to trust what my eyes tell me. This year, I was a little too soon on them. But the Jacksonville Jaguars, hey, me and C picked them to win. Hey, they went on the road to Denver. Bruh, Trevor Lawrence has looked like the guy we thought he was going to be coming out of college. We all thought he was going to be really good. And up until then, I was like, shit, him and Daniel Jones, the same guy. Now, shout out to Daniel Jones because that doesn't look bad this year. Daniel Jones actually looked really good up until the injury. But Trevor Lawrence these past few weeks, bruh, dog, shout out to Liam Cohen. Bruh, he has looked like a superstar. Like he's on the verge of becoming that. And they're my biggest winner, bro. That to go into Denver after Denver, I think, was on a 10-11 game win streak. It's some crazy number. And they beat Denver. They beat them. It wasn't like they beat Denver. It wasn't no luck stuff, no fluke stuff. They beat them. So shout out to Jacksonville, man. Shout out to Trevor Lawrence. They're my biggest winner of the week. I just thought that was phenomenal what they did. So I'm going to go in that direction. My biggest loser, bro, and it breaks my heart, is the Detroit Lions, bro. Dog. Hey, look, I'm a Saints fan, but I just like Dan Campbell. I like their players. Amon-Ra, Jahmyr Gibbs. I wasn't the biggest golf fan coming out of Cal, but, you know, you grown to like the system that he's in. You grown to like what he's done. But, dog, they might not make the playoffs, bro. And I cannot believe the Detroit Lions, some people picked them to win the Super Bowl. They're not going to make I'm not going to say they're not. They have a chance because Love being hurt, they lose this week, maybe next week, something happens. But the fact that they are on the cusp of not making the playoffs, dog, that is wild to me. Wow. You couldn't have told me if there was one team, and I'm not lying to y'all because y'all know before the season started, we were all saying, yeah, Kansas City might not make it. Kansas City might not be as good as they once were. You know, but dog, Detroit, that team. I know they lost their coordinators, but still, it's Detroit. No, I'm disappointed, bro. Crazy ending to the game, and it was offensive pass interference. So for the Detroit fans that's complaining, look, I like Detroit. That was pass interference on Amon-Ra. He pushed off, bro. At the end of the day, he ran right into Jalen Ramsey, shoved him, and turned around. So it was OP. But it is what it is. But Detroit's my biggest loser. I just can't believe that they're in this predicament.
All right. My biggest winner is the Chicago Bears.
Woo!
Bruh.
Forget Green Bay, too. Because they messed up my picks, man.
Yeah, man. I picked the Bears.
Yep.
And it didn't look good for me for a lot of that game. And for them to win, to come back, push it to overtime, and then just go for it like that. That surprised the hell out of me. I was really surprised for them to throw that ball like that and go for the touchdown like that to end the game. That was a big win. It was a statement game. I think that it gave them enough confidence that they actually are going to be serious contenders in the playoffs. And if they didn't have confidence in themselves before this game, they definitely came out of the game with the confidence to make themselves a serious contender in the playoffs. So they are. I had another winner too, the Seahawks. The Seahawks too, man. Very impressive win. I mean, they did everything that it took to win. And the Rams looked like they were just a juggernaut out there. And Seattle just like they played long enough to stay around in the game and win it in the end. And you can't do nothing but give them props for that. I think if they play that game again, I'm still gonna pick the Rams, but it's something about that 12th man. I think that helped them a lot in this game. And guess what? If they have to play this game again in the playoffs, guess where it's gonna be at? You know what I mean? So
but Adams should be there. That I understood why y'all picked the Rams, because I mean the Rams are a really good team.
I picked Seattle.
Adams not playing. That was a big factor in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If Adams there, you're right. I didn't think about it like that. Adams being there, maybe that secures a win for them, because I don't think that it's that close. I think they score a lot more points a lot earlier. But Seattle, they didn't play their best game and they still won. So they're a winner. They're a winner with me. Losers. All right. Biggest loser. I like what you said with the Lions. Most definitely the Lions. Also the Ravens. But the biggest loser to me was the it's the Dolphins. I'll just say they're one of my losers, because the Dolphins, we know they're a bad team. Mike McDaniel, I think he's coaching for his job right now. And they had made some strides that looked like he may be able to save his job. And they just went out there and they laid a Miami egg. It looked like, and they let Joe Burrow go out there and look like Joe Burrow when he looked like trash last week. Couldn't score a touchdown last week, but this week he scored. Well, how many did he throw? 4? He was just moving up and down.
He scored because I want to say because I think Chase Brown caught a few, and T. Higgins caught one for sure.
Yeah, it was 4.
Yeah,
Chase Brown scored 3 touchdowns in the third quarter. Right? That was crazy, bro. But I said, bro, Mike McDaniel, he's coaching for his job, possibly his career as a head coach, because I don't see anybody looking at him as a head coach anymore. And possibly the way his offenses look, I'm not sure anybody will be looking at him as an OC right now. So I thought that they would just go out there and give a better performance than that. But them and the Ravens, I say the Ravens and the Lions both for the same reason. Bruh, it's like you had to win this game to try to make the playoffs. How did you show up and lose like y'all lost? Like, there's no way they should have lost, and both at home. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Y'all both at home. You know you need to win this game to keep yourself in real contention for the playoffs, and you go out there and lose to teams that you could have beat. I don't get it. It's almost like they say, where's your heart? Where's your pride? You know what I mean? What are you playing for? The Patriots didn't have such a great game, and neither did the Steelers. The Steelers didn't have such a great game that y'all had to be beat up like that. And I understand Lamar got hurt for the Ravens, but Huntley didn't play bad. Huntley didn't play bad. I didn't understand the not playing Derrick Henry thing for 12 minutes. I don't give a damn about that he fumbled or whatever. But, bruh, he going to have to keep fumbling because I'm not taking him out of the game. You know what I mean? Because they were up, if I'm not mistaken, huh? They were up.
Yeah, they were up. They were up.
So that's when you lean on him. Let's start running some of this clock. And they did, and he was. I know he fumbled early in the game, but he was picking up like 6 yards a pop, bro.
He was.
I I don't pull him out of the game. I don't take out 6 yards of pop boy. Rex Ryan was so pissed off all over last summer. I was like, bro, I feel you, Rex. I'm just like you. But that was nonsense to me. And Detroit, they're good, bro. They're really a good team, and I don't see how they keep damn losing like this, bro.
The division is good though, bro. Like that's the thing. Like they're a tough division. It sucks.
But this wasn't a division game, man.
No, I know, I agree, but it was a division leader in another division.
But they could have beat Pittsburgh. I feel like
they couldn't stop Jalen Warren.
They couldn't stop the running backs.
That's another thing I wanted to bring up. Their defense, bro. If you would have told me that their defense would be this bad at the beginning of the season, bro, I'd have said you're insane. There's no way their defense would be this bad. And what's the Jets coach name?
Aaron
Glenn.
So it looks like the loss of Aaron Glenn was more important than the loss of the OC.
Ben Johnson? I don't know about that.
Hey, they don't have problems.
No, I know that offense is rolling still, but God,
the defense also has big injuries. They got Terrion Arnold out. They got Brian Branch out. Hutchinson in some games.
Yeah, bro, but I not like this, bro.
They've become the NFC version of the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's what it looked like, bro. That's what it looked like, and you could have never told me that. Aaron Glenn.
I don't like how the Lions stopped using David Montgomery.
Bruh, let me say that. I'm glad you said that. Why do y'all take out Montgomery and put in Gibbs, and then take out Gibbs and put in why don't you utilize both of them? There's both great weapons. I feel like, yes, give them a break from time to time. You can put Gibbs on the sidelines, but they don't utilize them on the field together. If you ever notice, it's very rare that they're both in the game at the same time. And I know that they need the rest. But to me, like on the goal line, man, I would have Gibbs running, even if I'm not going to give him as a decoy, and then give it to Montgomery. I just hate the fact that they don't use both of those guys, because those both of them they can be utilized and be an asset to your offense, in my opinion.
But they've also just stopped using Montgomery.
Right.
They just didn't use him in Pittsburgh at all. And then Ben Johnson was huge on them too. And Ben Johnson's now using Monungai and DeAndre Swift like crazy in Chicago, and it's working.
Yep. I don't understand it, bro. My thing is, I just look at it like this, bro. If it's a game that you have to have, I think that's I don't like to blame it all on a coach, but you have to put a lot more of the blame on the coach than I'd say specific players on a game like that. When you on a game that you have to have, unless you have a player that goes out there and absolutely lays an egg like a quarterback. Yeah, you have to put most of the blame on the coach, because that means you didn't have your team ready and amped up. Kind of like I said last week about Andy Reid, how Chris Jones didn't even know that they were eliminated from the playoffs from losing. That means you didn't have your team ready. They didn't know the importance of the game. That's something that should have been expressed to them. Hey, bro, we need this game. We can't go out here and lose in front of our fans, or our season is going to be over after week 18. You have to know that. So I don't know, man. I think that all three of those teams that I said, I think they're my losers. Miami is my biggest loser, because that's a coach that I think was coaching for his career possibly, and he went out there and lost like that.
All right. Well, I'm going to start off with my winner, and that's the 49ers. Not because they just beat up on my Colts, but, dude, they have lost their best two players on defense, Nick Bosa and Fred Warner. They have not had them pretty much the whole second half of the year. and they are sitting right at the top of the NFC West, tied for first place. And that's incredible to me. Did you know? Well, actually, they're one game back from the NFC West, but regardless, they clinched the playoffs and they're battling for the 1 seed. And that's incredible to me because did you know they have the fewest sacks in the league? Like they can't get pressure worth a damn. That's a huge reason why Rivers had a great game last night. Like they do not get pressure, and they're doing it without a lot of big pieces. They actually also lead the league in most games missed by the starters. Like no team has had more injuries by starters and games missed than the 49ers. So Kyle Shanahan's done a great job. I remember Kittle was out for a long time. Ayuk, God knows if he's ever going to play another game for the Niners. Parasol is completely on and off.
Yep.
CMC came into the season hurt. Juwan Jennings has stepped up big time. He's a baller. He's underrated. So I think that Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers deserve credit because they're flying under the radar and they're doing it without their best two players on defense. So salute to them. My loser is actually the guy I was shocked to see mention them. The Jets and Aaron Glenn.
Come on, man. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Who that?
They got killed by the Saints, bro.
Bruh.
And,
Watch your mouth now. Watch your mouth.
and look, Aaron Glenn was a good NFL corner. I remember when he played for Dallas. Y'all
Yep.
probably remember him with the Jets.
I remember
That was a little.
Yep.
That was even before my time. But Aaron Glenn was a good corner. He is a defensive coach. Did y'all know that the Jets defense this year has 0 interceptions?
Right. They're gonna get better, right? Calm down the Jets.
Bro. They would finish. They would be the first team in history to not record a sack interception in a year.
That is kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
That is nuts. How is this guy a corner teaching these fools that they can't get one interception? Interceptions will even happen in fluky fashion, and they have not even had that once. I'm sorry.
I got Drake, me, and Josh Allen left on the schedule.
Tyler Shuck looked like Drew Brees. I mean, come on, bro.
Yes.
I just think the Jets have been pathetic. I do think they need to, give Aaron Glenn a real shot, though. They have 2 first-round picks. I think they actually have 3 this year and 2 the year after. So let them try to build. But this is a pathetic first-year defense. Like, bro, 0 interceptions? Like, that's nuts to me for a whole season. And I looked it up. I was like, has anyone else ever done this? And nope, the Jets will be the first team ever if they don't get a damn interception.
They did trade away their 2 best defensive players.
They didn't have an interception with them.
Yeah, but I'm saying hell, but you could have. They probably would have had one by now.
I mean, I'd hope so.
But
yeah, the Jets need some work, bro. I mean, the Saints. I think the Saints are trash.
But
And
they're
the
getting there.
And the Saints are way better than the Jets, bro.
Bro, the Saints, hey, bro, listen. The Saints don't look that bad to me, bro. Like, y'all, hey, if Blake call and see each other time, you bro, give it time, my brother. Give it time.
Hey, man, y'all have beaten nothing but scrubs so far.
Hey, man, bro, we're
we
young.
swept the people that are going to win our division.
Wait until we get Jeremiah.
Y'all did not sweep Tampa, bro.
Shut up.
Tampa's going to win that division. I know. I want to give Carolina
loser too this week. I ain't lying. I didn't say it, but oh my god,
I want to give Carolina a shout out because I thought Carolina would be much better than y'all thought. But I still think Tampa's going to win because they're going to play Carolina again at home, and I think they're going to get them there.
Yeah,
I think Carolina will win it, bro.
But regardless, the Jets, man, they're pathetic. So they gotta improve. And obviously they made a mistake with Justin Fields. So they're gonna be back in the quarterback draft here once again. I feel like they've been there for the last 10, 15 years. So
Fernando Mendoza? Ooh, guy is sick.
That's on brand for them because he's not gonna be nothing in the NFL.
Right.
I don't think so either.
No,
Hey, we got one for him. Let's get one of them first round draft picks. We'll send y'all Big Spencer Rattler.
Oh, that would get him excited.
Crazy, bro.
All right. Let's get to these picks. Unless y'all got another NFL topic y'all want to talk about, but we're moving tonight. All right, so going at the standings, and man, I had a pathetic week. Oh my God, I was terrible. And I picked Seattle, so I thought I was on the way.
You picked Seattle with me?
Yep, and I thought it was. Steve picked the Rams, but I thought I was headed for a good weekend. Oh, it was bad after that. I even picked the Bears, so I started 2-0.
Bro, the Bears, man, I got so mad about them. I'm like, bro, these bums are gonna lose this game to the Bears, bro. I knew they didn't get down psychic. I said, bro, the Bears gonna win this game.
Bruh, I got those first 2 games right, and then I lost every single game after. All right, and so the standings are Antonio's still first, but it's close, 54-51. Jasper had a bad week. He's 53-52. C, you're 50-55. X, you're 48. You're 48-57, and I'm 47-58. That's been a bad week. And this week, I don't know if y'all looked at the slate.
They got some fire matchups, bro.
But they got them like Sunday and Saturday because the Christmas Day. Oh man, I see why you're watching Stranger Things. they got nothing but backups playing.
Backup quarterbacks, yo.
It's bad on Christmas Day, so we're not picking Christmas Day. It's bad.
Come on, let's just add all them in. Add them all in.
But we're all gonna pick the same teams on Christmas.
We will, but I don't have to put them in the graphics, but we should pick them on the show.
Man, I came up with the 6 best games to pick. Here we go. We're starting off with the Saints at the Titans. And we're doing that game because I think it's going to be close and unpredictable. And it's better than, honestly, Denver versus Kansas City when the third string quarterback is starting for Kansas City. We got the Commanders. We're starting that veteran Josh Johnson, and then we got the Vikings with that random quarterback I've never heard of playing. So we're not picking Christmas, bro. Saints, Titans, who y'all got?
Hey, bro, AC. I know you say I'm not a fan, bro, but I just gotta call a spade, bro. Give me the Saints. Hey, but I will say this, bro. Hey, bro. I don't know if y'all watch. I know y'all watch, but I'm just saying I don't know a lot of people that's watching Tennessee these days. But that throw that Cam Ward made, bro. That's why I said he's gonna be a stud, bro. I don't know if y'all saw it. He like rolled to the left, and bro, that was a dot, dog. Like, dog, that was incredible, dog. See, don't be a hater in the box office. If you're in the league with us next year, if they get Harbaugh, let's say the Ravens would be crazy and fire him, and he ends up going to Tennessee, and they get an offensive coordinator, I'm drafting him. He's gonna be my quarterback next year in fantasy. Y'all can laugh. I swear, he's gonna put up numbers. They're not gonna win next year, but he's gonna put up numbers. But I got the Saints. I just think the Saints, they're finding their rhythm. Tennessee still, they beat Kansas City, but Kansas City runs down to their third string quarterback. Kansas City has nothing to play for. You know what their expectation is. Super Bowl bust. I think the Saints go into Tennessee and beat the Titans, bro. I just like the way they look better. They just look better to me. And I think Tennessee is going to get a higher draft pick than where they're at right now.
I don't even know why you're asking me. Bro, I got the Saints so big. I got the Saints.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
I got the Saints with a capital S. right? And this is my question. I wanna because I've seen some people posing this question on some of the podcasts and stuff that I watch about the Saints. We had 3 players that veteran players for the Saints that may have possibly played their last game in the Superdome against the Jets. You know, and it's Taysom Hill, Cam Jordan,
Yep.
and damn, why is it slipping my name?
What position?
Linebacker.
Davis.
Oh,
Yeah, Mario Davies. Why the hell, bro? I kept wanting to say,
Alvin Kamara, he didn't play, but he might be out there soon.
Nah,
he should be.
No, so those 3, they possibly played their last home game as a Saint, right? And I'm watching that. I'm like, yeah, I didn't know all 3 were free agents after this year. I think we should bring them back on a minor deal. Just
a veteran's minimum. Yeah, I got what you're saying.
Bring them back. Bring them back. The only one that I wouldn't really care if we brought back or not is Taysom Hill. But this is the question: is Taysom Hill a Hall of Famer?
Hell no.
No, see.
Okay.
He's not. And I understand where you're going with the little stat, but come on, see, bro.
I'm just saying, I felt the same exact way. But here we go. Devin Hester's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but that's different. He's the greatest returner of all time.
Yeah.
That could be an argument. Yeah,
I'm saying, but okay, like, what do you say Taysom Hill's the greatest at?
He's the greatest weapon.
Utility player?
Huh?
You think he's the greatest utility player?
Yes.
Hell no.
Bro, there's been no player that he has 1,000 passing yards, 1,000 rushing yards, and 1,000 receiving yards. Nobody's ever done that.
No, I think simply because no one else has been used that way.
Yeah, I just think.
And why weren't they used that way?
That's on the coaches. I think there's players that had ability. I think a great gadget player that's not a Hall of Famer was Percy Harvin. Percy Harvin was great.
He won a Super Bowl.
Percy Harvin has the longevity. Percy Harvin did it 2 years.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of it is also injuries and stuff, but bro, Taysom, no. Like, when we look back on Taysom, like 10 years from now, we're gonna say, okay, he had some ability, he was versatile, but not amazing.
Taysom has blocked kicks. Taysom has returned. I think he has a return touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, there's never been a more versatile football player.
Okay. So I want to pull something up. The closest person you can sit here and say is probably Cardell Stewart. You correct? You agree?
Yeah.
Cardell's a little less than, because he's like 300 and some yards away from 1,000 yards receiving. He has almost 3,000 rushing yards. He had almost 15,000 passing yards. I don't think Cardell Stewart's a Hall of Fame.
Right.
He would. Tell me the thing again.
He has almost 15,000 passing yards. He has almost 3,000 rushing yards, and he has 658 receiving yards. He has 38 rushing touchdowns, 77 passing touchdowns. It don't show his receiving touchdowns though. Might have to go look it up a little bit more.
Regardless, that's that.
Cardell Stewart, like, I'm just sitting there saying, like, no, Cardell Stewart's not a Hall of Famer, bro.
He don't have the numbers that Taysom have either.
Outside of rushing, what else?
He's got better passing.
And better rush. I mean, I'm not rushing. Outside of receiving.
Receiving, yeah.
Rushing, how much yards Taysom got?
I'm trying to look right now.
I think he's got like 1,000.
Cardell Stewart's almost at 3,000.
All right, let's see. Career Taysom Hill career passing Damn, why I can't get the
Because
career?
that's the first person I thought of. When you said it, I'm like, well, I don't view Cordell Stewart. That's why I looked it up just now. I was like, I don't view Cordell Stewart as the Hall of Famer. And Cordell Stewart was the first of that kind really to do everything on the field.
All right, here we go. Passing yards for Taysom Hill, 2,400. 2,400 passing yards.
Okay,
2,500.
That's a lot less than Cordell Stewart.
2,500 rushing yards.
That's less than Cordell Stewart.
And 1,000 receiving yards.
And that's more. He got more.
And let's see, 489 kickoff return yards.
Okay. How many touchdowns does he have? Total
touchdowns.
Yeah, because Cordell Stewart's over 100 total touchdowns.
Cordell Stewart also was a starting quarterback.
Taysom Hill was too at some point.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he was. He
wasn't a starting quarterback. No,
they tried to make him the starting quarterback for our team.
Bro, they tried. He lost the competition, bro. He never
I'm just saying, like, I don't view him like I think that you can tell the story of football without mentioning Taysom Hill, bro.
All right. All right, look, 46. Let's see, 46, 54. I mean, no, I'm sorry.
He's a Saints Hall of Famer. I do think that.
All right, he has 57 total touchdowns.
Yeah, that's not enough,
bro. But what I'm telling you, the man has 2,500 passing yards. He has 2,500 rushing yards. He has 1,000 receiving yards. He has 57 touchdowns. I mean, he has block punts. He's a
great utility. I think he's a Saints Hall of Famer. I'm with you. Like, he's a Saints. Like, people in Louisiana, Saints fans are gonna always appreciate Taysom Hill. But dog, Cordell Stewart had 38 rushing touchdowns. That doesn't include like anything else that he done, and over almost 3,000 rushing yards. And he never played running back.
Bruh, Taysom Hill never played running back. He's 34.
No, they lined him up at running back this past game.
Huh?
They were lining him up at running back this past game.
But like I said, man, he's not listed as a running back. Like, there's not a position that he's that goes to my point. They just put him anywhere and he produces.
No, he's an athlete for sure. I don't want you to think that I'm taking shots at Taysom Hill. I'm just simply saying, bruh, he's not a Hall of Famer. Like, he's not the greatest football player. Like, I think you have to be great at something. Like, great at something. He's good at a lot of things, but great at what?
Yeah, and he's had a good career. He's overachieved, but not Hall of Fame.
I don't know, man. I agree to an extent on what y'all saying, because I am a big proponent of tell me what you're great at. And I don't think he's great at anything, but I do believe he's good enough at enough things that he has an argument for it. He has numbers to support it. When you have somebody,
had they played him at tight end his entire career, maybe he could have been, because he never played his entire career. Had he played a certain position and then maybe did all the other things outside of that, yeah, but to me, he just was bounced. And that's not knocking him, it's just the truth.
I look at it like they said when they he's like only the second member of the 10-10-10 club, right? And I think what is Frank Gifford they were saying? Frank Gifford and Red Grange are the only two other people that are 10-10-10 club. Y'all know what that is?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
10 career touchdowns via passing, rushing, and receiving.
Okay. That would have been my guess, but I just wanted to make sure that's what you were saying.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got people like, and those dudes are in the Hall of Fame. And I just think there should be a tier. I think who this said? I think Michael Irvin said that there should be levels to the Hall of Fame. There should be, you got the people that's on the first level, then on the second floor you got another people, and on the third floor you have another set of people.
So you can appreciate all their greatness.
Right. But it's still tiers to this.
Right.
And like I said, when you got a person like Devin Hester that makes it, and I look at that, I say, yeah, he was a great return specialist. But
the GOAT.
The
GOAT.
Like, bro, they were scared to kick to that dude, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they've been scared to kick to a lot of people. They've been scared.
But dog, like going into that Super Bowl, I know box office knows he's a Colts fan. They're like, bro, we're not. But they kicked it to Hester. I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing, bro? Hester takes it all the way back. I'm like, bro, after that, we're not kicking to that.
Just how many games he turned around.
The game against the Bears, the legendary game. Where he said, not the Bears, like against the Cardinals. We had them all, and we let them all down.
But here's the thing. He got those opportunities. You got people like Deion that they was not kicking that ball to Deion.
That's true. That is true. But
And
Deion
you also have people
close too, though. Deion was great at corner too.
Yeah, exactly. And they also have people like Pac-Man Jones. They weren't kicking the Pac-Man ass.
Well, I think he's better than Pac-Man Jones as far as a kick returner. I do. That's no knock to Pac-Man. I mean, you're talking about Devin Hester. I think Deion's in that argument. Who else?
Dante Hall.
But Dante Hall didn't do it long enough.
Cordell Stewart, Josh Cribbs, all good
Josh
players.
Cribbs is underrated as far as the kick return.
Josh Cribbs is underrated. I just had somebody. Y'all made me forget. Oh, Ted Ginn Jr. He was a hell of a returner.
He's good.
He's a good player. Yeah.
Not Devin Hester.
Yeah.
No. That of course. I'm just saying, if you have people like Devin Hester in there, I think Taysom Hill deserves a look. You get what I'm saying? Is he a first ballot? Of course not. But if it's a slow year, I don't see.
Well, when's a slow year? Like, I don't know. Like, you arguing against the GOAT of kick return, or like a GOAT kicker. Like we're not like Tucker, like Justin Tucker. I think is going to probably get in. Like, you're talking about the greatest player at that position. I don't know. Like, that to me is different. I understand what you're saying. You can say he's the greatest utility player ever, in your opinion, but I don't know, maybe because we haven't seen it. But I guess I saw Cordell Stewart, so I'm like, I don't think Cordell Stewart is. So I don't think he.
I think he's better than Cordell Stewart
at certain things.
I think the Saints got more use out of Cordell Stewart than Taysom Hill than the Steelers got out of Cordell Stewart. I do.
No, the Steelers, bro, Cordell Stewart was definitely in the running for an MVP. I don't think he won it the year. One year, he had a really good year. I'm telling you, he had a really good year one year. I think they were like the number 1 seed in the AFC.
I remember he had a good year, but I mean, look, bro, that goes to my point. He was actually a starting quarterback.
He was.
When he came in the league, he was more of that slash guy.
Yeah, and they moved him to quarterback finally after they
moved him to quarterback, and then didn't he go? He went to the Bears too after that.
Yeah.
So he was actually.
I'm talking about Pittsburgh, Cordell Stewart.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think that only lasted maybe 2 years. Who was their real quarterback? Like Neil O'Donnell?
Neil O'Donnell, yeah.
And
I looked it up. Stewart finished 4th in 2000.
I knew he had a really good year one year. I knew because at the middle of the year they were saying he was the MVP.
They got to the AFC title game.
I'm telling you, I remember like it was yesterday.
But like I said, he was a quarterback. I don't even put him as he only did that slash thing for maybe 2 years, bro.
But I mean, he did it.
But that's what I'm saying. So we can't. That can't be your comparison, really.
But that to me, that's the closest comparison I'm gonna make as far as playing quarterback, playing receiver, playing running back, playing all over the field. His nickname is Slash. That's his nickname.
And he got that for his first 2 years in the league, bro. This man was a quarterback. If he made the Hall of Fame, it would have been because of a quarterback.
Well, I mean, I guess we're gonna agree to disagree, bro. Who you got, man? You got the Saints winning big.
All right. So Jasper never sent me his picks.
He got the Saints.
He probably got the Saints. Antonio did. He got the Saints. And I've got the Titans. Look, the Titans can pull it off against teams on their level. I think the Saints are on their level. I think they're right about around the same. And Titans are at home. They just beat the Chiefs. They're feeling themselves. They're going to go back to back. So I got the Titans, bro. All right.
Hey, you see this? This is not the 4 horsemen. This is 4 games in a row.
All right, next game we got the Texans at the Chargers.
Fire! Hey, no, this is fire.
Playoff rematch, if y'all remember.
It's in LA, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna take the Chargers, bro. I can't believe because going into the show, I said, bro, I'm taking Houston, bro. I'm still gonna take the Chargers. Not 100% confident in this pick because to me, Houston, bro, their D-line is so nasty and they can get after people. But I'm going to take the Chargers because they're at home. I may switch that pick before that game starts, but I got the Chargers as of today.
I'm going to take the Chargers simply because Herbert, I think that he's fighting. He's fighting right now. Like he's actually playing like we got to win to get in the playoffs. Like he's what I'm talking about. The Lions and the Ravens should be. Yeah. So I'm going with them. I think Houston makes it anyway, and they can afford to lose a game because they're at the top of their division, huh?
Second.
They're second behind who?
Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah. But they still make it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Antonio's got the Chargers as well. This is tough because it's not a good matchup for the Chargers.
Right. I think you're right.
With that D line, it's tough. It's going to be tough for Herbert. They're at home, and I feel like they make adjustments for that playoff game. I'm going to go with the Chargers, but not confident at all. But well, you know what I think is flying under the radar, what people aren't realizing. If the Chargers win this game, they play Denver for the division. And that's going to be huge. So they want to win this game. Regardless, it looks like the Chargers are in, though. So we all got the Chargers. All right, next game. Ravens at the Packers. It's possible both quarterbacks don't play.
Willis may not play neither. He hurt his shoulder at the game. I'm gonna obviously some stuff could change with this game, but I'm gonna take the Ravens just because I trust Snoop more. More as far as if Lamar doesn't play. But like I said, just a lot has to depend on that game, like who plays and who doesn't. But today I'll take Baltimore. I don't want to say they need it more because they don't need it more. Green Bay needs this game as well heading into the last week of the season. So, you know, they may, but yeah, I got Baltimore.
All right. So Willis might not play either, right?
Might not. No one knows who's playing in this game.
All right. So this got a lot of caveats on it.
I'm gonna text y'all before that game starts, so nobody can say, "X, you didn't tell me nothing." I'm gonna text y'all.
Hey, that's fair. We could change this by Saturday.
Right. Yeah. So me too. If it's Snoop versus Malik Willis, I'm taking Malik Willis.
Okay.
I'll take Green Bay. If Lamar plays and against Malik Willis, I take the Ravens. If Love plays against Snoop, I take Green Bay. If both third stringers are playing, I'll tell you later.
If Love and Lamar play, who you taking?
Love.
Okay, you got Green Bay.
I think Lamar's just too hurt to be himself. So
okay.
So if you had to take a guess today, just pick one.
You got Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do the same thing as C. I got Green Bay. I think the Chargers or not Chargers. The Ravens are falling apart. And the Packers I think are just in a better spot right now. Antonio also has the Packers. So for right now, I'm gonna put everyone got the Packers except X.
Okay.
All right. Next matchup, we got the Seahawks at the Panthers.
This is the one for me, bro. I know that everybody, maybe casuals don't understand the magnitude of this game, but this is the one to me. This is the Panthers are trying to extend their lead right now over the Bucks. The Seahawks, who I picked before the season to win the division, I just have to shout out myself for that one. They have a chance to push their lead if one of the other two teams stumble. I got Seattle, bro. I got Seattle on the road. I think Seattle pushes the limit. I think, like Box Office said, that last game comes down to, I don't think we're picking that game, but the Bucks beat Miami. I think the Bucks been falling apart. And it comes down, the South comes down to that last week between the Bucks and the Panthers. But the Seahawks, they win this game, and then possibly the other two teams win their game, and then we find out 49ers, Seahawks in that last matchup. I got Seattle.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. I think statistically, he's been the best wide receiver in the game this year. Last week, he didn't have a great game.
You was the only one that picked Carolina that got it done. Shout out to you.
And I got Carolina, bro.
Wow.
I got Carolina at home, man. And I'm not too confident in this pick, but I just think that it's something about Carolina this year that makes them win games that they ain't supposed to win, and they'll get swept by the Saints. You dig what I'm saying? So this is a game that they're not supposed to win. And I just think that they might pull it out at home. I think that Carolina is going to be crazy for this game because they know they could basically lock up the division if they win this game. Because they up a full game now, or is it a half a game?
A full right now, but
They're up one game.
they end up they have to play next week anyway. So
yeah. So if they win this game, they lock up the division.
Well, if Tampa loses,
well, they up one.
Yeah, but if Tampa wins, they still got to play next week.
Right?
Yeah,
So
they'll be up one, then they end up tied if they beat them.
Yeah.
Tampa
They would have been split games though, then, right?
I think Tampa gets the head-to-head though. Even though they split, I think it's
Tampa would get the head-to-head if Tampa gets them in Tampa.
Why?
They got 100 reasons.
I forgot the reasons, but
Common opponent,
I forgot the exact reason. Yeah.
All right. Probably because the Saints swept their ass. That's probably what it was. Record in the division. That's what it is. You right. Yeah. All right. So anyway, I do have the Panthers. Not too confident on it. I do think Seattle's a better team. If this is a playoff game, I go with Seattle, but it's not. So I'm going with the Panthers at home.
Okay. I like Seattle. At home, I just trust them more than I do Carolina. But Oh, damn. Carolina is at home. Damn. I was thinking this
Yeah,
whole time
Carolina's at home.
Seattle was. Damn. Damn, this game is tough then.
That's what makes it so tough. I'm with you.
Yeah.
If it was Seattle, I think everybody would take
If
Seattle.
it was Seattle, everybody would have took Seattle. We shouldn't even be picked in this game.
I'm still gonna stick with the Seahawks, but I'm not confident. I think Sam Darnold's gonna want to beat Carolina because they got rid of him. So I'm gonna go Seattle, but I'm not confident. And Antonio got Seattle as well. All right, next game we got the Eagles at the Bills.
This is a lot of people thought was a Super Bowl preview possibly before the season started. Bruh. I got the Eagles, bro. I got the Eagles. I just feel like the Bills just rely too much on Josh Allen. Now Josh Allen's nicked up with his foot. They say he's gonna play in this game, but him being nicked up against the Eagles, James Cook, they'll probably try to load the box against them. I got the Eagles, bro.
It's the Eagles and who?
Bills in Buffalo.
I know I'm wilding. I know.
They both cold weather teams, so that don't really matter. Both of these teams suck to me right now, bro.
Tuck? Come on, man.
Yeah, bro. Like neither one of them I think gonna go. They don't. Neither one of them going to the Super Bowl. I got the.
My boy, struggling with that pick, bro. Oh, bro.
I got the Eagles. They just they got more offensive firepower than the Bills. Josh Allen, yes, he's better than the Eagles quarterback. I can't even think of his damn name right now.
I got you.
He's better than him. Cooks and Saquon are washed right now. But when you get down to the receivers, the Eagles clearly have better receivers. I think the Eagles have a better defense. When they show up to play, I'll put it like that. And the only other advantage I think Buffalo has is they're at home, which they have a real home field advantage. But I just don't think. I think it's going to be low scoring, and I think the Eagles come out with the win. Am I confident? Absolutely not.
All right. Well, Antonio forgot to text me this one, so I'm sure he will soon. I got Buffalo. They're playing better than Philadelphia right now. They're at home. I think they're going to be a little more motivated. I've got Buffalo. So everyone else.
Josh Allen injury don't scare you a little bit?
No, because he's playing. I think if it was serious, he wouldn't play. So I think he'll be 100% by Sunday if I had to guess.
Okay.
All right. Next game, we got a good Sunday night game. Bears at the 49ers.
Fire. This is like that old school stuff right here. Shout out to, the Bears and what they've been able to do. DJ Moore, I didn't start him in fantasy. Didn't need him. Maybe I'll start you this week. I don't know. We'll see. I'm debating on a couple of people. Caleb Williams, super talented. It seems like Ben Johnson's getting the most out of him. I was worried about his psyche, but Ben Johnson was the perfect hire, it seems like. And I know the Niners are beat up, but give me the Niners. The Niners beat them in a low-scoring game. I think Christian McCaffrey running the football, catching the football out the backfield, especially being in the Bay Area. I got the Niners, bro.
This is gonna be the best game of the week. I'm calling it. And I got the Niners just because Really, Christian McCaffrey. I got Christian McCaffrey and Kittle. That's why I got them. And hell, if that Brock Purdy that showed up and put me out the playoffs yesterday shows up too, I damn sure got them.
Chill. Whoa, big fella. He didn't say, hey, Brock Purdy, 0 touchdowns, hand the ball off to Christian McCaffrey, let him do that workload, let the defense do their thing. Hey, that's what we need this week.
Nah, that bastard better show up, man. Yeah, since he's so good, he all of a sudden so good, he can throw 5 touchdowns in the fucking game.
And the way he played last night, I thought that was an elite performance.
Yeah, man. But I think that was a combination of him being good and the Indianapolis Colts not even putting the defense out there. They didn't even address their defense.
Who y'all got? My thing cut off.
I got the Niners.
We both got the Niners.
Okay. Man, this is a good one. I got the 49ers as well. I like them being at home. I feel like whoever was at home in this game, that's who I was going to roll with. I think Chicago's on the right path, though. They're going to make the playoffs, and they could be scary. Ben Johnson was a great hire. It's showing. So
I wouldn't want to play the Bears in the playoffs.
Yeah. And especially if it's in Chicago, it's going to be.
If it's in Chicago, I really would not want to play him.
Yeah.
No, right. With respect, I know I love Ben Johnson. I think the Bears are 1 and done in the playoffs, bro.
It just depends on
who they get.
Yeah.
And look, I think that they might be a future great team, but I just think it's a little early for them.
I mean, but without knowing who they playing, I agree with you.
Right.
I
get the Rams in the first round, like, bro.
They want it done. but I mean, it just depends on who they play. Like,
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think like the teams that can make it. Like,
I think Chicago. If they played these Niners in Chicago, I'd pick Chicago.
Wow, I'm taking the Niners still.
I think that'll be a bigger decision for me. Right now, I'm still taking the Niners, but
Seattle might be the one I might take if it's in Chicago.
I would take Chicago to beat the Green Bay.
I would too.
Would you take them against Detroit?
What's that?
Would you take them against Detroit in the
Yes.
playoffs?
Yes.
Wow, I'm taking Detroit in the playoffs.
Not the way they've been playing.
You're right, but Detroit, I just feel like they're battle tested once the playoffs hit. It's different. It hits different now.
I don't know if they can get in the playoffs. I might pick them over Chicago.
Okay,
I would pick Chicago to beat Carolina.
Well, Carolina won't get them because they'll be division winners.
Right, but I'm just saying hypothetically.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So I think Chicago's got a shot against anybody except the Rams, if you ask me. So
okay.
All right. So Monday night game.
I'm going to beat the Eagles, to be honest with you.
I might.
Wow. Hey, y'all some dogs. We're going to see what the playoffs come. We're going to see what happens.
Antonio's got the Niners on Sunday as well. All right, Monday night game, Rams at the Falcons.
Oh, I got the Rams. Even though the Falcons are not something we should just be like, oh, dismiss them. Because Bijan, bro, I swear to God, he can wake up and just be like, bro, I'm going crazy tonight. But, yeah, I got the Rams. There's no way I'm picking against the Rams in that matchup. See, I was a little nervous when I saw I might draw C. He'll have Matthew Stafford in that game. He'll have Bijan Robinson in that matchup. I was like, boy, I don't see look at his chops. But, I have to go out there and play regardless. So, things happen for you, not to you, baby. Chapman, let's go. Let's get it popping. I got the Rams, though.
That should happen to me, bro. Yeah, man. But I got the Rams. The Falcons should not be as bad as they are, but they are, as advertised, the fail cons. They're gonna do whatever it takes to give you the game if it's a big game. They'll do whatever it takes to give the other team the game. And they can come out on fire. And Bijan Robinson is a man out there. but it's not. He can't do it by himself. And Kirk Cousins is still trash.
Oh, right.
What's the tight end name?
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts. He's finally showing up.
Drake London just got back. He just got back this past week. He got to be, you give him a chance. He just got back. He'll get back into the groove of things.
But I say I got 2 words for you. Puka Nacua. That boy's an animal, bro.
He is.
I think, like I said, statistically, Jackson Smith-Njigba was the best receiver in the league this year. But if you give me one receiver in the league, give me Puka.
Certainly.
Give me Puka, bro. Hell yeah, give me Puka, bro.
And look, before he goes, let me tell you, I love Puka. I do. But I'm more of a Matthew Stafford guy. I think it's Matthew Stafford more than it is Puka. Because Matthew Stafford has shown you he's done it with Cooper Kupp. He's done it with Megatron. Matthew Stafford, bro, that's why I picked them to get to the Super Bowl this year. And I know box office, he was the one that said Matthew Stafford's still top 5. And he's probably going to win the MVP this year. I was going to ask you that. What would it take for like a Drake May to jump Matthew Stafford or somebody else? Drake May's the first guy that came to mind, but somebody else to overthrow Matthew Stafford? Or do y'all think it's over with? Matthew Stafford's won MVP.
I think Stafford, if he loses out and May gets a 1 seed in the AFC, then it's interesting.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm more of a, I don't know if Puka's the same guy without. I mean, that's not fair to him, but I don't think he's the same guy without. Look at Cooper Kupp, bro. Like Cooper Kupp, and there's no disrespect, but Cooper Kupp went from being like the guy to being like he cool, yeah.
I just don't think that I'm amazed that they're not using Cooper Kupp like they should in Seattle. I don't get it because he still has it. I don't even see them really line him up in the slot and get something quick to him. But I don't know, man. But I just say this about Puka. Bro, Puka a dog, bro.
No, he is like dog. And he be fussing back with everybody. He be joining the boys. I like him. I'm just saying it's kind of like that Brady Belichick. If you asking me who I'm giving the nod to, I'm definitely giving it to Matthew Stafford over Puka.
Yeah, I mean, I got Matthew Stafford too, but I do think that Puka, you put him on another team, Puka's still Puka, bro. If you get that ball, if you throw that ball to him, Puka go get it. It's funny because he don't look like he should be on dog. He take off that helmet and that long luxurious hair come out. I'll be like, bro, if you don't get your motherfucker.
Aquaman. You look like Aquaman.
Yeah, boy, he like Aquaman, bro. But I'm telling you, bro, he played like a superhero out there. And I'd love to have him on my team, bro. And he came out of nowhere. Nobody, he was on nobody's radar. And he came out there, ran Cooper Kupp out of town, bro. That's crazy. But Cooper Kupp, he came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Puka's a dog. That's for sure. He's a top 5 wide receiver, and he's a stud. He blocks.
Yep.
He's physical. He makes tough catches. So I think he's a dog. In terms of this game, I got the Rams. Antonio's got the Rams. I think everybody's got the Rams. The Rams, man, they're Super Bowl favorites, if you ask me. I don't really care about the Seattle loss. They're division opponents. It's going to happen. But I think, what's crazy about this year, when I look at, let's say you look at just right now who would be in the playoffs, to me, every playoff team, there's 14 teams in there, 13 are all on like the same level to me, and the Rams are like above that level. When all these teams are playing their best, I think the Rams are the best team in the NFL.
I said, okay, I'm not mad at it.
I really don't know who the hell is coming out the AFC. But
I'm like, bro, 1 minute I'm like, yeah. I'm like, nah.
I swear I'd pick the Chargers if they had a healthy O-line. I think it's going to cost them eventually.
I'll tell you this, and
Buffalo's going to have the best quarterback.
If if Trevor Lawrence stays playing like he's playing, I would take Jacksonville. And I know that sounds crazy. Because I can't believe I'm saying it. I can't believe it's coming out of my mouth. I'm saying it. But if you just go by the eye test, you're not talking about past years. What you saw the last 6 weeks, bro, Jacksonville is nice, bro.
The way you see Jacksonville is how I see Houston.
Okay.
Because I like their defense. So,
Okay.
but they're inconsistent offensively.
Yeah, bro. My one concern about the Rams is I think the Niners are going to be a tough out for anybody in the NFC playoffs, including the Rams.
I agree.
Yeah, I think they're much better than everybody else.
I agree. I just think that I agree with both of y'all. I think that the Rams are head and shoulders better than everybody when they're healthy.
Yep.
And I also think that the Niners were going to be a very hard out for them if they have to play them.
If they have to go to the Bay Area, Santa Clara, and play them, bro, like that's not going to be no gimme for them.
Mm-hmm.
And Christian McCaffrey can literally take over a game.
He can literally take over a game, bro. Now Purdy might give it back to him, but I know if McCaffrey, if you leave it in McCaffrey's hand, he can take you to the promised land. Now on the AFC side of it, I will say this: do I think Jacksonville will get to the Super Bowl? I'm not sure, but I do know that they can beat anybody over there in the AFC. I know they can beat anybody over there. Like that's why I was really excited about going to the finals in the NBS because Trevor Etienne, he has been balling, bro. And Jacksonville as a whole has been balling. So I'm like, damn, boy, if I could just get over there, man, I got 2 stud running backs at least and a stud quarterback. Oh man, I'm gonna be good.
I need Trevor Lawrence to have that kind of game against your coach this week with what Purdy just did. I need Trevor Lawrence to go out there and do that.
Hey, he just did it, man. You can't expect it every week.
Hey, I need it every week. No, you know what? I just needed this one more week. One more.
In AFC, man, I think Buffalo, this their shot. I don't like their roster that much, but they're gonna have the best quarterback in the AFC.
Yeah.
I don't think it's enough, bro. They only have him and Cooks, bro.
I agree.
All.
That's literally just them two.
It's literally just them two, bro.
I think the team that everybody's sleeping on, and I'll go back. I'm not like tooting my own horn right now because last week y'all picked Baltimore. I think people are sleeping on New England, bro. They're well coached, bro. I'm telling y'all. And I wasn't a Drake May guy coming out of college. I'll be the first one to say that.
I wasn't either.
But, bro, they have ways to beat you. No, Trevion Henderson didn't do anything. Nothing.
Well,
and they won. Like they have different ways to beat you. And to me, that's a scary team. When it's not, that's why I guess I'm not so high on Buffalo right now. Because I feel like Buffalo, I'm not saying it's easy, but if you could stop that running game, you can beat Buffalo.
And that dog, like I was not a Drake May guy at all. But bro, he's so poised.
Yes, bro. I give credit when it's due, bro.
Like that, when he feels pressure, he be chilling. Like I'm impressed because he's like literally, he just doesn't flinch. He does not flinch. I think Vrabel's instilled some type of different confidence in him. Yep. And he gives Stephon Diggs the ball, and Diggs believes in him. And Diggs has been a really good leader in New England. They were losing to Baltimore. He's on the sideline saying, "Chin up."
Yep.
I actually like that.
And it seems like they like playing. We always talk about that scene. The New England seems to like playing with one another. Pause, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So I think, I don't know if Super Bowl, but Drake May is going to win a Super Bowl.
I think I'm in agreement with you. I think I'm in agreement with you. If they keep Vrabel, Drake May, I think the Patriots are going to win a Super Bowl, bro.
I mean, they have
that's crazy.
They have it set up nicely. And now when we look at that draft, it was Caleb Williams 1, Jane Daniels 2, Drake May 3, then Penix, and then McCarthy, and then Bo Nix. I mean, that's such an interesting class that I think we're going to talk about forever.
They might end up being really, really good. Really good.
I never saw this for Drake May, bro. I never did, bro. I never, not in a million years.
No,
I thought Drake May would be a backup in his third year.
Me too.
I said that boy's gonna be a backup quarterback in his third year.
Now he looks like Josh Allen. Bro, it's so crazy, bro. He looks like Josh Allen with weapons around.
Yeah, man.
Hey, see, another thing before I know we gotta wrap this up in a second, but I'm still in the playoffs in your league too. Hey, Drake May is my quarterback. Stephon Diggs is one of my receivers.
I see that, man. I saw that, bro. Because I kept it on my phone just so I could see who win, bro.
You know, I'm coming for it. And then the crazy thing about your league, bro, all the top 4 seeds are out of the playoffs.
Yep.
I'm the 5th seed, and like it's 5th, 6th. How many teams make the playoffs in your league? Like 10.
Yeah, 9.
I'm like, bro, like where are these teams coming from? Like the 9th seed beat the 1 seed. I'm like, bro, what?
You playing Mike, huh?
Yeah.
Mike got in on a technicality.
What?
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna tell you about it. I literally started. I said I should put myself in, but I couldn't do that, bro. I finished way too low.
Oh, boy, look at you.
But Mike got in on a technicality, bro. Somebody who made the playoffs didn't pay their due.
What?
And he was next up.
Wow. Okay.
Well, if he wins, this will be crazy.
No. Hold on. Let go to the fantasy, bro. I want to do this, Yvonne. And you better ask them boys. Hey, man, I was winning chips when you were there. I'm still winning. I'm the defending champ in the NBS.
Man, I was a child back then when you were beating me.
God,
just like, hey, just like you used to whip up on me on NCAA when I was a child, and then I grew up, and now you retired from NCAA. I made you retire.
I don't play that, man. I don't play that, bro.
Hey, see, but we had some fun last year when the game came out. Being the show junkie, we played. I think I was a little better, and then he stopped playing.
Yeah, my brother Vic always tell me, like, bro, come on, man, play the game. Like, bro, I really don't have time. I have to watch my Stranger Things. Woo!
All right, last topic of the night. What did y'all think of Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul? We know you watched it.
It was exact. I mean, dog, I was gonna say exactly what I thought because I thought it would go a lot quicker, but dog, like, come on, bro. We knew. I ain't mad at Jake Paul. I mean, dog, he fought him. He made a lot of money doing it too. I mean, shoot, you give me that money. Shoot, I might get in the ring with.
I'll fight Anthony Joshua right now for $100 million. I'll fight his ass right now.
But no, we knew this was gonna happen, bro. Like, there's no shock here. I'm glad that I don't want to say I'm glad that Jake Paul lost in a sense, but I'm glad because there's people, if Jake Paul would have won this fight, oh my God, they would have swore that boxing was rigged, not Jake Paul, but the entire sport of boxing is rigged because of Jake Paul. Come on, C, bro. You can't put the whole sport of boxing because of Jake Paul.
If Jake Paul would have won this fight, the whole sport of boxing under the microscope for me, bro. I would have. It damn near was when he beat Mike Tyson, but I just had to, I had to say, well, I know Mike didn't care nothing about his legacy. He don't care what his legacy. What is legacy? Is this a word people made up?
My question to you is Jake Paul done with this? Is he done with this? Or no. You think he's gonna keep going?
Oh, he's gonna set up a couple more matches.
He's talking about trying to fight Ngannou now.
I mean, he might as well fight anybody now. I mean, he ain't gonna get in the ring with no more monsters like that. I don't think that's a monster you fought.
You know who he needs to fight? Wilder. He need to fight Wilder, bro.
No, you see, you wrong because you trying to get that man knocked out again.
Hey, Jake Paul is a pain freak, bro. He's a pain freak, bro. He's like one of them crazy white boys that love pain. Whoa, yeah, give me again. That's what he is. If you
I would like Pain for $100 million.
Bro, when he got knocked down, when Joshua knocked him down and broke his jaw, he said, "Wow." I said, "That dude's a pain freak. He's crazy, bro." He was just amazed how bad it hurt. I know that's what it was, but he wasn't out of his mind. He wasn't knocked out. He just, I'm not getting back up to get no more of that. I don't want no more of that because he's going to hit me harder next time.
Are you going to continue to watch all his fights, though?
If he fight Wilder, I'm going to watch him. I want to see him get his ass whooped. And look, this is what Jake Paul has done. He's mastered the Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather said, either you like me and you're going to watch it because you like me, or you hate me and you're going to watch it to see me get my ass whooped. Only thing was, Floyd wasn't going to get his ass whooped. We got what we wanted from the Jake Paul one. I think everybody, I ain't going to say everybody because he does have fans, but like I said, my son's 13, he likes him, but he was even in there like laughing at Jake Paul for losing. But it was more because he's older now. But if this had happened 3 years ago, when Jake first started fighting, my son might have cried if he had lost, if that had happened to him. But I think that people will still watch him because you want to see him lose. I'm not gonna watch him fight another old man. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Andre Ward was talking about fighting him or something one time. Like I'm not watching him fight Andre Ward. I'm not watching him fight Evander Holyfield or something stupid like that. I'm not doing that. I'll watch him fight Wilder. I might watch him fight Ngannou. He keeps saying he's talking about Canelo.
I'm gonna tell you this. See, and I'm not saying like, bruh, for all the dudes out there that's saying, bruh, I'll beat Jake Paul. Like average Joes, bruh.
Jake Paul, whoop your head.
Bruh, I don't know if you ever watched. You saw that. I don't know if box office. Y'all remember the show Punk, bruh?
Yes.
Yeah. Bruh, when the dude, hey, bruh, I'm about to start crying just thinking about it, bruh. That dude, bruh, when that dude got in the ring with Oscar De La Hoya, bruh. Bruh, he was a gangster. He was a gangster. Oh, man. Bruh, what?
Hey, Oscar's over there hitting.
I would love to see an average Joe that swears to God that could beat Jake Paul, bro, in the ring with Paul, bro. Because y'all talking crazy. That dude will beat the brakes off of a regular dude.
Bro. And Jake Paul has gotten so much better as a boxer. He's not good as a upper echelon professional boxer. And here's a couple of things happened in this fight. If you saw the size discrepancy, it was like I was like, I just don't know what round he's gonna knock him out in, but he's going to knock him out. I said if he doesn't knock him out, this fight was rigged. If he didn't knock him out, the fight was rigged, bro. That means and the size discrepancy alone said that. Then the boxing skill wise, he's not skilled as a professional boxer that's been boxing for 10, 15 years. You know what I mean? So Anthony Joshua, he had enough skill to carry the fight. He carried the fight until it was time to go and knock him out. And if you listen to Joshua's post-fight interview, he basically said that. He said, I wanted to just keep him around until I was gonna knock him out, until it was time to knock him out. And I like the fight only because of the outcome. But far as watching the fight and actually watching it, Jake Paul was pissing me off, bro. Kept falling. Bro, it pissed me off. Like,
He was trying to take him down.
Yeah, that was a dog. You keep
No,
on.
what you would do? That dude's 6'6", bro. Like, what are we talking about? That dude, bro. That dude's a monster. No,
Bro.
normal dude. That dude's a monster, bro.
Bro, I said, bro, this dude fall again. I hope he kick him. Because he kept grabbing his legs. Like you said, he was trying to take him down. It was silly to me what he was doing. And I liked it when Joshua, one of the times when he fell down, Joshua just kind of unloaded on like, bitch, quit falling. And hit him or whatever. And you know you can't do that. But I was like, yeah, do it. Hit him or whatever. But it was a hard fight to watch because of that. And but I say that the things that people making excuses for Jake Paul, like look at the size discrepancy. Look at the size discrepancy. Hell, he was finna fight Tank.
Right.
So nobody was talking about the size discrepancy then. So now it's on the other side now. And he's been bigger than everybody else he fought except for Tyson, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And Tyson's 60.
Yeah.
So he's fought 2 active boxers. He's lost 2 times. So is he a elite boxer? No. He'll never be a world champion. No. He should make his own belt like the $1 Million Man made his own belt. And that's what he should fight for. That's what he should fight for. Every time he fights, he putting a Jake Paul problem child belt on the line. And
entertainment belt. The entertainment belt.
Yeah, the entertainment belt. That exactly.
But no, like I think that would be dope though. Like I really do. I think that would be a dope idea. Like, especially when you have people that's on the internet talking crazy, 2 athletes, 2 entertainers. Bruh, Jake Paul set it up, man. Let them go box it out. And instead of it ending in all kind of, real life situations, let them box.
Now I was watching football, so I wasn't watching the undercard. I didn't know Tyron Woodley and Anderson Silva fought on that undercard. And they said it was like it was a wash. But I mean
a wash.
They said Anderson Silva washed him. Like,
yeah.
He did.
I thought you meant something totally different.
Yeah, like I said, I was gonna go back and watch it. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. And what's her name? Baumgartner. She was on the undercard too.
I only watched the I saw the highlights of that, but I only saw the Silva fight and because I was like kind of in and out. As far as the boxing was concerned, I was watching a lot of football. Me.
Yeah, it was the Bama Oklahoma game.
Huh?
It was the Bama Oklahoma game down there.
Yeah. So I couldn't watch it, and like I just caught Jake Paul them. The alert went off on my phone and said they were walking to the ring. And I was like, what? And I went ahead and turned it on there because the game was over. But like I said, man, I would like to see him get in the ring with like a Wilder. And what's crazy, I think he has enough skill to give Wilder a fight because Wilder's not the most technically sound boxer. Now, if Wilder catch him, he's gonna look worse than he did with Joshua. but Wilder's actually smaller than Joshua, and I don't think that'll be a bad fight. Like Canelo, I think Canelo will beat the brakes off of him. I don't want to see him fight Tank. I don't ever want to see that. I don't want where I think this might be going, and I don't want to see this either. I think he might end up fighting Mayweather, and I don't want to see that. But Jake Paul, what's his brother's name?
Logan.
People are talking about did Logan say he wanted to fight Joshua?
But they always say a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I'm saying, but did he said that?
I don't know. I'm sure they did, honestly.
He shouldn't, bro. he shouldn't want. And Logan's a little bigger than Jake, but I think Jake's clearly the better boxer. Logan's a hell of a wrestler. Logan is a hell. I know. Have y'all watched him? Have y'all seen him?
I've seen like 2 matches, and he knows what he's doing.
Bruh, dude is a hell of a wrestler, bro. That's where his future is. He should never get in another boxing ring except to help Jacob after Joshua knock him out. That's it. And I don't know if y'all saw this. Did you see the clip of Logan talking crap to Joshua in the corner before the round before he went in there and went and knocked his brother out? I said that looked a little bit fishy to me. He was like, "What you gonna do? This is your legacy." And it was almost like this is the plan for him to go and knock him out in this round or whatever. I don't know what the deal was, but that looked a little fishy for me. And he wasn't doing the crap talking like I thought he was gonna be doing. But he was like, "Yeah, what's the deal? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? This your legacy. You've lost every round." And Josh was just sitting over there like not even looking at him. Went over there and beat the hell out of Jake and came back, walked to the corner and was looking over there at him. I was like, well, I mean, I knew it was going to happen anyway, but it makes me think like, did they put money on the 6th round and he tell him he could go and knock him out in the 6th round? Or was that the agreement? Because I just didn't see. I think Mike Tyson took the money and he's like, yeah, I'll take the dive or whatever. I'm going to let you knock me out. But yeah, I'll lose to you. But I think Josh was like, no, I'm not going to lose. I couldn't go home if I lost to you. So I'm going to have to knock you out. And makes me think that they may have had some sort of agreement that he carried him for a few rounds and then go ahead and end the fight.
Well, boxing's become a joke, man.
Come on,
I can't believe this is what boxing's become. And I saw a stat the other day. Did y'all know the average boxing fan is 41 years old?
Hey, right there. Look at that.
But that's not a good thing.
Hey,
and they're ruining the sport with this garbage. I don't blame Joshua. He's going to get an easy 90 million. I heard him and Jake Paul got easy 92 million each, which is ridiculous. I looked at some ratings. Tyson and Paul did 100 million viewers. Crawford and Canelo did 41. Wow. And then this fight did 33. So this fight almost did what Canelo and Crawford did. And that was the biggest fight, in a decade in boxing, basically. And then
shots, bro.
But then old head Tyson and Jake Paul did double, triple almost what these fools did. So it's just crazy what boxing's become, and I can't believe that they're allowing this. In terms of this actual fight, I agree. See, it is a little fishy that it went how long it went, but regardless, it ended how we all thought it would eventually. And it is what it is. Jake Paul's going to continue doing this. Like C said, if he fights, I don't know, some YouTuber, I'm not watching that. But if he fights Gervonta Davis, Deontay Wilder, whoever else, I will tune in because what else is there to watch during those nights, But
Stranger Things.
No one's watching that, man. But man, I wish boxing would stop entertaining it, but it does get ratings,
bruh. But you sit there and tell me that you watch Paul wrestle, bruh. Come on, man.
Well, no, I happened to see it live, and I turned the channel, and he was actually wrestling, and he actually knows what he's doing. I was impressed.
Shout out to y'all, though, man. Y'all ready to get to these shout outs, man?
Yeah, I know you got to go watch your Stranger Things.
It comes out on Christmas Day. Y'all make sure y'all watch it, bro. Super, super fire. Shout out to my brothers, man. Listen, for real, I hope y'all have a great holiday season, man. Y'all deserve it. Y'all families do, man. remember, man, your health. We're healthy. We're here. That's most important, bro. I hope that y'all have a great Christmas with your families. Shout out to everybody else out there that's, celebrating these times. Shout out to my family. I did something, that my daughter, they're really upset right now, but I'm gonna fix it. You see, if y'all would tune in, y'all would know. I'm gonna fix it. I got y'all. They think I gave them cold, y'all. I gave all of them cold because they like to bicker amongst each other. And I told them they were like, they got home and they were like, we have one present under the tree. I'm like, y'all could open it. And it was a thing full of coal. And they were like, what? Why did we get cold? I'm like, y'all argue too much with each other. So there's no presents underneath my tree right now. I hit them. So right now they're all getting along and it's good. But I told them, I was like, look, this is what I expect all year round. And I know siblings gonna bicker sometimes, but it gotta be majority of the time, it gotta be right though, for me. So, but for my family to yours, the NBS team, happy holidays. Enjoy this time with your family. That's the biggest and best gift you can receive this Christmas season.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'll go next. Merry Christmas to all y'all. Merry Christmas to everybody except LSU and the Saints.
Bro, even on Christmas, you can't give us Christmas.
Hey, after the way they play this season, they don't get a shout out for But Merry Christmas to y'all personally. We've had another fun year talking sports. We'll be back next Tuesday, man. Then we'll talk college football predictions. So I'm excited. See y'all then.
And wish me good luck, man. I'm playing for the championship in 2 leagues, bro. Come on, man. And then maybe one next week.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, man. Last of the shout outs, I always go to my family, Hunter, Morgan, Tori, Christian, Ali, and Edward. Daddy, love y'all. I'll see y'all in just a second. To my beautiful wife, Latricia, I love you too. I'll see you in just a second. And to Pap's babies, Marcel Carter Bryant and Azaria Grace Bryant. Pap, love y'all. I'll see y'all in just a second, even if it's just on my screensaver. And Merry Christmas to everybody, bro. I really should take that coal idea. My Christmas tree is lit right now, bro. There's presents all around it. And I was asking my wife, I said, why do you want to put these presents out already? And she was like, I got to get out of my closet. And she put it out.
I'm not putting them things out till the night, Christmas Eve. Once they all go to sleep, that's what I'm going to put out. I want them to think, bro, it's so bad, bro. I felt bad, though. Today, bro, my daughter wrote a letter to Santa and, like, God, bro. Like, it literally stuck it in the mailbox, bro, and was like, I promise I'm going to do better next year. I was like, dang, bro. Like,
that's good. It's working.
Right.
It's working, but I'm sure she's not the problem. I'm sure it's the older one that's doing the bickering is making the problem.
And what's crazy is I even did it for my 3-year-old son. Like, what's crazy? Like, let me tell you how this. So they were like, "You did that to Tremere?" I was like, "Yeah, he catches those temper tantrums. He ain't getting it neither." And when I gave him the cobra, he said, "Thank you, Daddy."
Oh,
and he came and hugged me for his gift. And like the most genuine, not like a thank you, like a sarcasm, the most genuine thank you, bro. And like he went back to watching TV, like just chilling, playing with his toys, like not tripping at all.
You wrong, bro. You wrong. You wrong, dog.
But I got him. See, like, come on, man. I just hate when my children argue with each other, bro. Like that's one of my things, bro. I don't like seeing siblings argue, bro. I love my brothers and sisters, and I just want my children to love. I know they're gonna grow up loving their brother and sister, but bro, we family, bro. Like that, you gotta. Nobody's gonna love you like your family's gonna love you, bro.
Bro, let me tell you something, man. We had our Brian Christmas party this past Saturday, so 5 of my 6 kids were all here in the house, along with my grandkids, bro. When those kids get together, bro, it's like they little again. My house is extremely loud. They literally run around here playing like they little kids all over again, bro. They get along so well. Like, I love that about my kids. They very seldom argue. Now, my youngest two, the older one, Tori, she fusses at my youngest all the time. Like, she always fussing at him. That's the only bickering I think I might have out of all of them. But everybody else, I mean, well, they all still, and that's still,
Yeah.
That's still, they get along so well, bro. I really enjoy seeing it. That's like that gives me joy to see them all or whatever. And like I said, I had everybody in the house that grew up in the house here. And it was just like old times. Everybody loud, running around. We played, went and roasted marshmallows on our outside fireplace and all that. Like it was fun. It was fun. And then even the grandkids got involved and they was having fun too. So this is that time of year, bro. I really love it. I really love it.
Awesome. Well, y'all, we'll be on next week, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in. Share the broadcast, subscribe to the brand, man. With that being said, we out. Peace.
Boot up or shut up.
You're still on right now. We're gonna simply do this little promo real quick, just to wish a happy holidays to everybody. So, from the NBS team and my family to yours, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Wishing you peace, joy, love, and plenty of great moments with family and friends. Thank you for rocking with the NBS Central all year long. Here's to good vibes, great memories, and even bigger wins in 2026. We love y'all. Out. Peace.